Hey everyone, how's it going? Let's get some gaming done today. Alright, let's see what's going on. I missed yesterday. Oh. I mean, that's cool, but like... It's pretty cool. July. Alright. Dude, why is it frozen? Oh, it's completely frozen. Ah, what is going on, man? Jeez. Okay. News story part 3. Ooh, okay. I need to put in the Nikkei codes because those are actually pretty good. Whoa! Neon Vision Eye. Okay, that's pretty cool. Oh no, this is the costume gacha? This looks so much better than whatever she's gonna have. Damn it. Oh, they're bringing out Avistar. Woohoo. Damn. So this is what TT Star looks like. Not really excited about it. Wait a minute. What is this? Oh, it's a costume. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like this one better. Look at this guy. He's so triggered. Yeah, dude, she looks cool. It's a paper hair, yeah. Dude, this outfit for Rappy though, it's pretty awesome. Let's look at this because I didn't look at the whole stream. Damn, that looks good. The problem is they show this and they're so deceptive at times at how big the zone is. Look at this over here. The problems with the shadows. Cool. Yep. All right. We're going to start with Azur Lane polls, and then from there, I've got to clean up a lot of games. We're also going to listen to and watch the Epic 7 tournament that happened yesterday. I saw most of it, but there are parts that I didn't see.
Azur Lane.
All right, we got a lot to pull. We got, I think, 3 characters to pull for. This could get messy because they're all SSRs. All right, we need Yukino, Shandy, and Elise. Let's get to it. don't see any numbers. That's what we want, yeah. Nope. Alright, there's the first one. This is the one I want the most. This one looks awesome. Alright, one down. Let's exchange this. Hang on. Who do I want to... I have an extra copy of Musashi here. Let's go for an extra copy of Yorktown 2. Okay, back to it. 150, 215, nothing special. Alright, there's two! Yukino! Dude, she looks good too. Damn. Alright. Two down. Same as last time. Nothing special. Ah. Sorry, Essex. Not who we want. Okay. Nothing good. No dupes. Look at that. And we're done. All of these units that came out look so good in their base skins. Alright, retire the rest. Go to the dock. I wish she was like a backline ship, because she looks so good. Thankfully she is. Okay, where is the new Yorktown? Okay, go ahead and lock this one. I need to do some serious cleaning out, just getting rid of characters that I don't use. took what, 5 10 pulls? 4 or 5? Not bad. How many did it take? 60? So no, it took 6. Yeah, 6 10 pulls. Like this was last time, and she looks great. So what I want to do is go here. Nope. Nope. We're gonna pick new students. We're gonna grab the new units. So let's grab, where is it? They shouldn't have any. I'm confused. Sort miscellaneous. There they are. Why are they all the way up here? Okay. Elise. And I guess... Yeah, we want to get the main fleet ones done first. So let's start with you. And we'll even do the NPC one. Okay. Alright, cool. One thing down that I needed to do. Let's start with Honkai Star Rail.
밴도 따라간다. 오케이.
자, 일단은
We have an update on the roster. Uh-oh.
Oh, we do.
Uh-huh.
Holy.
A lot of games. A lot of craziness can happen. This includes all the time. We'll just flip through. And Oreo here, Uni Hero. Comparatively not as much, but 3 red. I think that's the key. So I believe both players are ready. So let's just hop on in game as soon as possible. Oh, some data here, 10 to 8.
Hey, not bad. Shout out Yuri. 10 to 8 against the guy with like 1 million games. There is something important, right, G-Clap, that we should let the players at home know that head-to-head, ladder, all these games played, it's going to be a little bit of a different format, right? No
Yes.
warfare rules, and we have the lunatic draft. So
Exactly.
it's really a completely different style of tournament.
Good point. Thank you, Car. And we are ready to roll and get this match ongoing. First match of the day from Group C. MMZN on the left, Uni Hero on the right. We've got Notos unlocked.
Uh-oh.
Setsuka ban, okay.
I've no
Seems like Snipe ban with
Okay.
Valiant.
So I've been watching, you know, a lot of these top player streams, and a lot of them are trying to test, you know, leaving up Notos. We saw this in the last week's show. A lot of players can come over the top, cleave him, maybe sometimes you can overwhelm him with debuffs. But, you know, I think it is still a little risky. He is still extremely powerful and one of the newer units to the game.
Notos does in fact get locked in there for Unihero, and if you look at the pre-bans here, opting for a turn 2 playstyle, banning away the MLDN as well as Briar Witch Iceria with MMZN, of course posturing himself, banning out the belly so you can enable the soul burn. And speaking of that aggression coming in, Lady of the Scales is locked in on the other side. You never want to let any opponent have both of those characters. Notos and Lady of the Scales are our equalizers here, each one a piece going over. And wow, Bossarunka as well. That's not a combo you see very often due to Lady of the Scales transferring so much damage into that front unit, and Bossarunka already blocks it out. Unihero here hovering that Perfumer Biblis. I mean, this is the character that's taking over the RTA ladder right now. If you are a new player, you better hope you have this character if you're trying to play PvP, because, man, she is so good versus every single composition getting locked in for Unihero.
Also, her artifact, very good.
Out of Veritas, right, Val?
Yeah, might need some multiple of those
Yes, sir.
artifact in the future as well. No pressure, guys, but just saying. Imperial Illilav and Notos from last week's data, 4 wins, 3 losses, 57%.
Oh, I thought it was 50-50, so it was 4.
Yeah, I thought so too, but I might have miscounted. So there's that. So he's not invincible. And Ruel of Light on top.
Starting off with the Ruel already. Let's do it. Perfumer Biblis 2, that's going to be very tanky. I wonder if NMZN is just setting up possibly to ban this Notos.
Whatever MMZN does, his third pick needs to offer up such a huge advantage over Unihero, because not only does Unihero have 2 of the best Soul Weavers in the game, he also has Notos. These 3 characters are already so tanky. Spirit Eye Celine being locked in there. That is his #1 most picked hero from last season. I think he's built his entire playstyle around that. Opting for the comfort draft. Does Unihero punch through that? This is going to be a showcase that, I mean, if it works, it's going to be the strongest Spirit Eye Celine showcase.
First game. Like to use your favorite hero. That block. So there's that Celine. Those picks, most been guarded units for MMDN throughout the season. Lidica speeding things up.
Comes through, yes, threatening, you know, that first turn advantage, making sure Unihero has to respect. And so now in 4 and 5, does he try to contest? Does he try to race, or does he kind of stick to his game plan? Maybe just get a second hyper carry alongside the likes of Notos.
City is indeed open. Going for some shuffles. Unihero thinking about it. Don't see his free rent yet. Might not need it once Notos presses that S3. Our City also decent damage.
Yeah, Free-Run with Notos is a little awkward, right? Because when he activates, then she loses access to defensive magic, so could be something to consider.
Exactly. You want to look for characters with good passives that maybe doesn't rely on buffs or debuffs one way or the other. Mirroring cover. I've seen some people take this, but so we're going to offer this hard set. He does in fact get locked in. That is a hero where the passive is there to limit the speed. So we're going to put a speed bump on everything, and a very low damage grab comes in for you, hero.
Yeah, so if Notos does indeed get banned out on the side of MMZN, is Harseti going to have enough damage? Because MMZN's also fairly tanky, right? We talked about Lady of the Scales, Bossarunka. Now you have Christie on 5, so a lot of debuffs also may not land depending on if she's led through. So very interesting draft here from Uni.
Yeah. It would take a long time, too, if there's no Notos. MMZN. That is the ban, indeed. Christie banned out on the other side. Will we have enough damage from the right, Unihero? Might be in trouble. Left side, Lidica.
The Harseti is
Left
certainly
side.
an interesting pick as the lone damage dealer for Unihero. Not the strongest into Spirit Eye Celine, especially if she can't punch through that Bossarunka in the front. We're going to have to see if her AoE damage can really catch up to the tempo that MMZN is creating for himself.
Yeah, you're right, Pocky. Unihero flipped through a couple before that Harseti was locked. First round.
Since I had to step
So
in.
Unihero starting with Harsetti. Shuffles on.
Wouldn't mind a hand.
How much damage
Now this is getting fun.
can Harsetti do? Through the barrier. Oh!
This
Hey,
should
guys.
do. The feeling is
That's a lot more than I thought.
You must have inhaled the scent.
Right, glass. In case of emergency, here comes Perfumer Biblis. Big debuffs landing.
Let my guard down.
Your defiance amounts
Well,
to
that is
nothing.
absolutely massive. You do take a turn away from the fired Lidica, but Lady of the Scales here generally on very high effect resistance, and if she opts so, we'll be able to just take away both redirect provokes and going off to that on top of granting abundance to her team. It will be a lot of splash damage. Bob, Spirit Isolini now free to play the game.
Costa Rica.
Who's the king of these streets?
The speed into Harsetti.
Fate cannot be altered.
Resist.
Little bit of a resistance, no defense break. That's clutch. We'll be able to keep the Harsetti alive a lot longer. Spirit Isoline here. Are you going to go for the soul burn? Are we going in immediately? And if you do, what is the kill order? Do you gun for the Harsetti first? But no, we're going to play it slow and steady. Opt to open the gates for S3's
Yeah, we saw this a lot last year, right? If you can't get enough tempo on that first soul burn and like secure a kill, usually it's better to slow play it. And this match indeed is going to be a much slower one as both players kind of go through the motions, see if they get any key assets out of the way before they really start pressing buttons.
Your attitude.
Exactly,
How
Kyle. And that was a really safe Ruel play on the Harsetti as well.
Shit.
Knowing that there's going to be a lot of damage coming in from the
Okay, I
Spirit
can't
Isolini,
move it.
Preemptively putting up the damage limit buff on her. She doesn't lose more than a third of her HP at once, which is going to combine with the shield. But that fear, though, takes away a turn. That's not something you want to see.
Not from Unihero. Every turn, every damage is crucial in this song.
Heretics
Oh,
will
there's
be
Beaver. Can you pair that up when your turn is coming very slow? Lidica.
Time to bring this.
Letting it rip.
Opting to skip the S2 here, drop the S3 directly into the Bibble as defense break comes through, and I think that gives Spirit Isolini a window here to make a play.
I think so, right? Where we're going to start putting that gas on. Soul burn activated.
And I think that's the kill. No passive. Oh my goodness.
Got more souls.
a stench.
Good damage
from
coming
most
through.
foul.
Well,
Another
Idols
turn
here,
still, man.
Fighting back.
A lesson to be embraced.
Yes.
And one
MMGN
more.
trying to bring down for the extra life.
Those unworthy shall
Might
step
actually go for
aside.
this.
Oh my
Has a
God.
shot.
He's got one more. He's
There
got
we go. A third on Ruel, and she is gone.
Well, now we know why this is his most played hero. He's putting on a masterclass right now.
But a fragment of the everlasting tide.
And then the gates put that immortal buff.
Saved. The chosen ones.
That's almost a cheating move.
Blessings of the stars.
And that's the tempo of a Spirit
Chosen to defy
Isolini
the
once you get all of your resources generated, especially if you have a little bit of souls going there for you. Every time you get a kill, and oh no, Unihero, he was already stuck and losing another Harsetti. Oh, he does not want to be in this spot. Defense
Is it
break,
time to
she's
draw my
eating
sword?
every debuff.
Paralyzed.
Yeah, did not cleanse him. He's already on the back foot.
GG
There it is.
calls. MMGN. It's not won't be seeing that Spirit Isolini, but for round 3 might be worth re-banning. Unihero, that was some scary numbers to just see in. Oh man.
Yeah, that was a really scary draft there for the side of Unihero. Kind of had that Harsetti in response right to that Lidica. Maybe that shook him a little bit, but I think that was maybe a slight mistake. Obviously, we can see in hindsight, right? The Harsetti, even though she did great damage turn 1, when that Spirit Isolini gets going, he is just cutting through the entire team.
And on top of that, I mean, losing one game is not really that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things, but the thing that has to be on Unihero's mind is not only did he lose game 1, but he's about to lose Perfumer Biblis, Ruel of Light, Harsetti, all of these important anti-speed characters for this very important second match that, I mean, Q wants to claw one back. You don't want to go 0-2 this early, covering the Genesis
There's
roster.
no
It's going to be
mercy.
enough for him.
Well, that is certainly a powerful pick, right? Especially in game 2. Man, this unit is so strong. Can cleave, can, second life, immune to debuffs. What a powerful pick. A utility as well.
That one was risky.
And a steal. Somewhat from MMZN. One of the favorite units for Uni Hero was free rent.
Okay.
Yeah, most Vanguard, most fan protected unit from Uni Hero.
Well, the aggression is coming out. Attack holy.
The speed plus damage.
Field experience is
There we
crucial.
go.
Does in fact get locked in. That means MMZN is prepping to go for a speed strategy right and early. Zio is banned away as well, which means there's no easy character Uni Hero has access to that immediately grants him that very important first turn. No Zio, no Harsetti, you are racing raw speed.
Yeah, and raw speed, especially in round 2, right? When we talked about all those key units kind of not being on the table, it's just so rough, especially if you try to play like a turn 2 style. So let's see how Uni adapts to this all-out aggression from the first 2 picks on MMGN.
School Nurse Yulha is being hovered, and also Moonbuddy fan. Interesting. Might be thinking Tori of his own.
That's a good identify. G-Clef could be a Tori, could be an Ahmed, and I mean, we've seen how strong that Ahmed can be in the second, third round of these Lunatic series, especially when you have a free run. Festive Ida gets locked in. A lot of high HP character on Uni Hero side, going to be benefiting massively off of that superhumanization buff Nurse Yolha is able to offer up.
This is the second I believe in the tournament. The first did not work out so well.
Now, what is MMGN put on that very coveted lock spot here? He's definitely going to keep that aggression forward. More offensive units. But maybe, sometimes you do see like some anchor style plays even when you're cleaving. Mid, we talked about the Moon Bunny interaction there.
Yes, it had to be something with an extra turn. Reason why there was a slight ban. It's not every day you see that Moon Bunny with P ban from the tournament. Good read, Valky. Good one. There's a lot of damage.
This isn't very good for Uni here because the moment Ahmed goes in, Ahmed is one of the best enablers in the entire game. Operator Sig. Wow.
Lucina once last week too against the Shield.
But I think she was banned out, right?
Oh, I think she was post-banned, yes.
She was banned out, yeah. So I think here maybe Uni Hero has like a tech build on a protection set that got scouted out.
Extra turns.
Ocean Breeze Luca is one of those characters that does have a pretty positive matchup against the Ahmed. Although you do have to build her quite fast. The whole idea is when Ahmed uses her non-attack skill, she also boosts her turn. You try to steal a turn from the cleaver and you get the S3 off, you blind the enemy team, then you're looking pretty for the end game.
Yeah. Also,
he's gonna need another option here though to maybe draw that ban. That's targeting unit. The only interruption so far that unit has to kind of interrupt NMD's game plan. Yula here, obviously very defensive, strong mitigator, but if he just kind of takes the turn 2, I don't know if he can survive.
Some ice units.
Yulha might be fine. I'm also thinking Empyrean Ilona might be decent here. Just as a way to hold back the defense penetration MMCN is currently throwing in, because when you opted to go hard turn 2, Yulha is locked in. First in E7 Masters, that character will be collecting a lot of damage. I mean, the question is whether or not that 60% damage is like going to be enough at the end of the day.
It's an absolute shit show.
I suppose that remains to be seen.
Yulha did get some buffs over some time period. She is doable with this much of a tanky team.
Oh my goodness.
And then we have more damage on the left.
The Bloodblade Corinne, big damage, big cleave, AoE's coming through, immortality to boot. Does he get through?
Now,
the
is this
Sig or BBK is most likely going to be banned. Takoli? There's a lot of issue. Okay, BBK doesn't make it through, and yeah, the Summer Luluka was kind of going to be that key feature that Valky was outlining that could interrupt NMZN's game plan early, so a smart ban there. And he might just run through the hero and let that reflect that mitigation, that Festido we've been talking about, and sort of make it survive.
Didn't know you could do that.
So we have to see those numbers and the damage, and also how tanky the right side can be. It kind of see what both players are trying to do. Very different, very, very different off the standard of what we've seen from last week. Let's see. Round number 2, MMZN in the lead.
Of course, Ahmed will be going first.
Take my
Which character does she fully enable to give the whole combo to? That'll be the question. You have 2 good options here, both in the Freerin and the Operator Sigrid. Although for Operator Sigrid, I would say you don't get a full power S2 onto a barriered up target.
Re-rend it is.
Amount of damage, I mean, look at that. But the issue is the Festivita is hidden behind the stealth, so going to be safe from this, but the S3 will be putting her in a lot of trouble. S2 goes
how
right
much?
into the Yolha. Wow.
That was
Choosing new enemy.
Gotta be a little careful.
That
Little
looks scary. I think
dangerous.
this Operator Sigrid might be done after this.
You might be right about it.
He's
Sober.
sending it.
Beginning
Better use it than not.
And the Operator Sigrid disappears into the dust alongside that Amber Flight. Agrico now will be coming in for deck apart. Who do we land on? Where does the bombs go?
Oh,
Okay.
top and bottom.
Yep.
And just re-rend.
The boosted unit.
7,004 HP. This is full damage.
Oh. Second life out of the way.
S1 goes on the Ross. Ross is going to revive, but I think Uni is stuck in a bad spot. Genesis Ross without any access to Freerin. GG gets called right here.
MMZN with the 2-0 win. All he needed was some extra touch, extra damage from the OpSig. Did her part, made the sacrifice. That's the team. Plenty of damage. And that's a 2-0 first match win for MMZN, moving up to the winners. Oh. Plenty of damage.
The only damage coming from the reflect on Eula, but this is just, it's so hard on game 2 to be like the turn 2 player. As you guys see here, right? When the aggressor comes out and just has the first few turns, it is just so much overwhelming damage to try and survive, even when you have multiple lives.
And that is part of the challenge of playing as the Ahmed in a long series in the Lunatic. I suspect she will be a mainstay character due to her ability to just enable any single damage dealer. If they have any issues with speed, as long as they do a lot of damage, they're going to look like a superstar when it comes to that on.
no falsehood.
This Spirit
The
Isoline
20 turns with the Spirit Isoline.
was built differently. Wind Rider.
My God, just goes and goes and goes.
Yeah, I thought Ruel games are meant to last much
For long.
longer.
Well, not if you kill her, you know, twice.
Your attack patterns are painfully transparent.
With that much soul. Seen what MMMZN could do with plenty of damage. Celine, free rent. Good damaging
Cold
unit
blast
topping out.
and goes in on the team. Oh man, if the Yoha was a little bit tankier, on like a holy sacrifice, just something to let her live a little bit longer. And I think Unihero might have been able to clutch it, but the moment the Freerin survives, oh, that's a tough matchup. MMZN will be moving on, and Unihero goes to the bottom bracket.
Yes. Not going home immediately. Second life for that double round robin. And then we move into a very important match of the day already, because it's a second match in Group C. I can't believe this is the match that we have. Light versus Phantom. Very light versus the dark. We will see what happens on this one. Very big two names in E7 community, as big streamer and a previous champion, fighting or battling it out. We'll see who comes on top for the winners.
And that being said, I'm surprised, not super surprised, but Phantom, right, with the popular vote there and with overwhelming numbers. Light, very, very prominent, well-known, like you said, G-Clef, one of the best E7 streamers, and he's been playing very well, very prominent in these tournaments too, but the fact that Phantom, right, the previous champion, is still able to pull this much reputation's gotta say something.
Oh yes, Light. I think he's been plenty of games, plenty of matches, years of experience. Maybe this is his time to shine. Phantom here, not that many games as you can see, but still the win rate is insane. Whoa, no games. Their time zone might just be totally different.
Yeah, good call. Maybe.
Yeah. Because I know
I
Light
don't
plays
think that's
until
that
late.
big of a surprise, right? Phantom's
Uh-huh.
only played like 500 matches last season, so
Uh-huh.
completely dodging Light. So also very big edge in a tournament like this because there's no scouting information to be had about you. Like only 500 people have any information about the way this guy plays.
Oh, yes, only
And after his
500.
win in World Championships, he's
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
a very good
remained
point,
a
right?
mystery.
Additionally, the streamers Light, Elf Mage, KHM, we're going to see soon. They stream all of their matches, so that is something to take note of if these opponents are doing their homework and spying.
Yeah, that's why they always like fine-tune their gear. Oh, hold on. We got a match to watch. Light versus Phantom. Notus, Lady of Scale, Harsetti. We're going standard, gentlemen.
Yeah, this is certainly more akin to something you'll see on the ranked ladder. Harsetti remove means the speed is uncapped, but what doesn't change is Perfumer Bibulus will be taking that commanding first pick position. She's so she's so difficult to play against. You just almost don't want to deal with her. Renok is one of the best characters in the game, but even she has a hard time against Perfumer Bibulus. So the moment any character drops below half, she is going to be providing a whole barrier and the healing. And wow, Light here immediately drops 2 high HP character. Genesis Ross, Shepherd of the Dark End, both characters able to play turn 2 and set up aggressive action from a speed standpoint. Phantom needs to think a little carefully or else he might walk into a trap.
Very high tier unit. Yan opened this time, was banned in the previous match.
That's right. Yula being hovered here. We don't want to give access to, maybe potentially Yula plus Raws, that superhumanization that we've seen. Just such a powerful tool alongside all the other utilities she brings to the table. Bellion, though, coming out. Pick 2 for Phantom. Maybe preempting some picks there on the side of Light. Also just, Souls. Something very, very powerful against the likes of Dien. Basarunka now. Powerhouse picks.
My family.
Basarunka on third pick is one of the most annoying things you can deal with. Light definitely taking advantage of that third pick position.
Shit.
And now he's getting fancy with it. Monarch of the Sword, Iseria. We're looking to counterattack all of these speedsters to death. Renok is going at 300 blocks per second. Bellion, I'm sure, is fast as well. And as long as, we can play against the debuffs that are about to come, I'm sure we'll be fine. But I don't know if we can play against Witch of the Mir Tenebria, guys. That woman is scary. Have you guys seen her debuff?
When she high rolls?
Block.
Yeah, man. We saw, I think Chad was saying last week, right, how powerful debuffs just look when they land, but sometimes they don't always land, and you have Summertime Iseria over there on the left side. I think one of the strongest hyper carries in the current meta. So let's see, Light still has an open pick as well. Phantom, does he go with the debuff game plan? He's hovering. G-Clef mentioned Mortelix, that's a popular pick. Sometimes drawing a ban, but I think players have actually been able to leave him up sometimes, depending on the rest of their draft not being like completely weak to anti-camp.
From what we know, Phantom's Bellion does a whole lot of damage. Hit Tenebria first. Lone Crescent Bellona.
A Dark Warrior Lone Crescent Bellona is very strong, but is she going to be strong enough to punch through that third pick Basarunka? I think Light has 1 pick to try to come back and swing into this. Thinking about that, Zio, not quite sure that's the way you want to go about this, though.
Hit Bellona.
Okay, that's all reliable. If it's Ruel, I can believe it. Zio, less so.
Yeah. A lot more coverage for the team. Bellona 3 and 2 from
That
last
safety
week.
hit.
Glory be
Yeah, Long Crescent Bellona is so good.
L locked. Who do you ban here?
Does he ban Witch on the side of Light? I feel like Witch of the Mirror, like we talked about, could just be a huge issue for him.
Hard one on the left. Iseria would do a lot of damage. Creates a whole lot of damage.
I think removing Iseria is fine because that's the best damage type against Perfumer Bibulus. And like you guys said, Witch of the Mirror is a no-brainer up ban. No, Witch of the Mirror just
yeah.
straight
Makes
up.
it through.
Bellona removed.
Damage removed. Yeah,
Okay.
both players might have not crossed their path thinking about the post ban.
I can kind of see the vision from Light, maybe trying to survive, right? The damage, if you get Lone Crescent blown out of the way, the debuffs, we can maybe kind of power through a little bit, try to get acceleration. And since Isaria's still up, we have the Ruel backing. I can kind of see it.
Yeah, we're gonna let these guys cook. We'll see if this. I mean, I think it's a gamble on both players' part. We're gonna have to see if that pays off.
We have the postman, the imprints. Open the gates for round one. Light versus Phantom.
Okay, so I can stack up to 5 times. Okay, I see.
Incredibly fast.
Titans.
Who do you target first? Boss? Yes. Pass.
There's that AoE.
Look at that efficiency in his play. He's skipping the pill.
Okay, so that wasn't very smart.
Immediately, we're gonna minimize the chances to eat the counterattack. Let the witch land the control first, and then we take our turns. What lands?
Oh.
Wow, almost nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes she just doesn't get enough debuffs.
Really? Some resistance?
Is a disturbance.
Doesn't look good for Phantom.
Does get a provoke, but here come the counters. This is Samurai Series, Sword Series.
Defense break.
Yeah, it's gonna start now. Defense break already coming in, and look at that splash damage. Lands on the Bellion, and it immediately turns to injury. That is damage you cannot heal back. Is gonna get things going, though. We're dropping the stop sign. Who do we put it on? Witch of the Mirror. How much longer she left? No damage. This is a full tank boss room.
It's already too late.
Bring the team down.
Another AoE attack. Watch out. Counter attack.
It's starting. The practice stacks are building up. How big damage coming through.
See more of these. So what's the game plan? Phantom. Humor Biblis.
He's slinging them debuffs.
This whatchamacallit just isn't that good.
He lands almost everything. I think that was just like getting lucky earlier, not dying to the witch, and we're just going to pay the one turn and activate the Biblis passive. That did almost
Activate
nothing,
the
and
bud,
Boss
that's
is sitting pretty in the back, waiting for his next turn.
Provoke.
May I tell you something?
Ruptu puts in a little bit of work after the Bellion goes.
Bellion,
Surely the
AoE.
Swastika and the Ruel's going down. Another counter attack. No lights are not going to go down in peace. Oh man. Ooh. Two guys.
Ruel has every button in the game, though. It's Light. Start pressing.
Which one do you
Sword
press?
Series does have S3. Fracture stacks at 3. He's got to press something. S3. Gonna send.
I, Ruel, hereby swear to lead
He
everyone
might just
to
fully
victory.
bring back the boss of Ruka here. Just reset Phantom's progress.
Right on, Valky.
A little bit of a dual attack there just to keep the unit a little bit topped off. And as long as Isaria is alive and she can attack, that barrier is going to keep building alongside with those fracture stacks. They're super hard to deal with if you don't have the exact right tools to deal with. But now, Genesis Raw is finally rotated back to his turn. No soul burn available. We're going to drop the S3 immediately. No extra turn
Going in raw.
necessary. It does this damage go.
Oh, it does go him, but still alive, standing.
Arena does have S2 with that S3 available, sending it, Pilton coming out. Arena Genesis Raw, no stats, no counter.
That's the thing with Boss Ruka revives is whenever she does come back, she needs to take a turn before her stance comes back. So S3 damage is going to go in on the Genesis Rods. We're looking to take them out early. Well, not exactly early anymore, but the splash does put the hurt down on the Isaria. Bellion and the Biblis not long for this world. A little bit more dual attack as if you don't have high enough of a counterattack chance.
Get him out!
Oh god, goodbye Bellion.
Nope. And one.
Gets an
But
end
the
one right, a
extra
lot of
damage-
debuffs, but look how healthy they still are. And Isaria hasn't even pressed her skill 3 yet.
Glory be with us.
Barely standing. With 3 HP.
I wish for a miracle.
Left side, we got a healer.
But I think Phantom needs to wish for a miracle here. 1 health in a dream on Perfumer Biblis. Greenock, no skills available.
An honor.
And the boss is back up. Weigh their abilities.
There's no way. Counterattacks.
Oh no, not one more counterattack.
It's a miss,
though.
but still the damage is stacking, and Phantom throws in. Light takes game 1. Oh, that draft. A little funky. Coming out.
It was funky, but I love the bans, right? We were kind of talking about the bans on the Witch of the Mirror potentially. Light sort of played to those odds, and you saw she doesn't always high roll on those debuffs, so you didn't take that big of a loss in the lead early, and with the last of the Lopez and Bologna, you did the kind of power team sustain. You saw when the Raw started going, the Iceria counter, she didn't even touch the CO3 yet.
There we go. I was missing a front line.
And I really like to highlight Light's background in this. A lot of newer viewers might not know, but Light was at one point the most prolific cleaver in the history of the game. It was just after many tournament exits, he slowly pivoted down to the slow and steady playstyle. And that match was the perfect example of why he made that pivot and he made that playstyle shift so that he can take the RNG chances and beat the speed players.
First big free red. Ilinop Zio, prior which a mid. Lots of speedy characters banned. No, Phantom just going to press. This free red first pick. I don't care. I'm just gonna free red this.
Yeah, send Freeman in. She's so good, man. She's one of the best carries. Very, very offensive, but has insane defense as well. It's almost like block armor built in with that defensive magic.
She's sort of a do-it-all character, especially in round 2. I mean, look at the 3 bans. No Biblis, no Bellion. Not a lot of characters that can answer her, but New Moon Luna able to seal away all passes. At least she answered free run perfectly fine. And okay, Sage Ball and Sazan being covered. Let's get serious, Light. What do you pick? School Nurse Yoha is locked.
Whoa, guys.
We're losing a lot
I think
of
Sage Ball
great
is a
synergy.
good character, but not. Yeah,
Not
not on
like
two,
a
not on
first
two.
turn. Yeah, not like a first turn material. Unless it was 2025. Yes. Not in the recent times. So there's School Nurse Yuha. So Phantom threw in the puzzle piece. Now, how do you complete that? See a lot of question marks. Moon Bunny.
Well, there's the Bunny dog. We know what's coming. Knock, knock. Whenever you see Bunny, we are looking to play extra turns on our openers. Although, I will say with Ahmed ban, probably not the most effective way to open the game, so it's a cute hover, but I don't think Phantom's going to be committing into it.
Maybe a Barquita.
Gita. Extra
Ooh,
turn
okay.
counter? Or Festive Ira? Or Payra?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Dance.
Yeah, lone wolf pair straight into that Sea Phantom on 3. Yeah, we talked about Sea Phantom last week. Very, very strong unit, especially round 2. Just a strong opener.
Damn.
It's quite scary as well. You might think Phantom is just doing openers. Like, do openers really close out the game for you? Are they win conditions? Well, when you have both Lone Wolf Payra as well as Sea Phantom, not only are you pushing back the enemy team, you're slowing them, you're speeding up your team, you're giving them extra combat
Oh my
readiness.
God.
Phantom is looking to chain his turns together, and there's no better pick to stopping that than the Abyssal Yuki. I mean, her passive holds back all combat readiness pushed by half. She's taking out the turn manipulation cold.
Oh, the trauma's
Yeah,
coming
that's
back for
right, man.
Phantom. Is this a sign for Light?
The Abyssal Yuffie, we haven't seen her in the top spots in a long while. Definitely a great counter pick, especially with the format. Taeyu coming through. And I think, a lot of players have been picking this in response to the likes of like Notos when you set them up, especially behind something like a Zeal. But here on the side of Phantom, just
Yuki
showing
is
some
tanky.
damage here.
And Strays. More damage?
Stray's hover is a little respectful. The Taeyu I get. When you pick a Strays in this situation, is you telling your opponent, I don't think you're fast at all, buddy. Get ready to be cleaved open. And I think to a player like Light, that is slightly disrespectful. Pivoted into the bystander Waya. I think that's considering the low
The
damage.
2 units that Salome can copy.
There are the right place return character for Phantom, but those are like ultimates that he can afford to skip. So I would say that's probably not as strong of a pick.
Light. His
Who
final
are
choice,
you people?
Spirit Isolate. More damage.
We saw her power from MMZN.
Can provide immortality, some backup plans. Oh, a lot of damaging units. Some more tankiness on the left. Bystander file on the right. Oh, this man. Lots of question marks.
Oh.
They use the lead
Last
man.
big ban there for the side of Phantom, and then the successful K. He usually doesn't get through because when he's left to his own devices, man, he goes Super Saiyan. It's lights out.
His damage output is just out of this world, so very good ban on Light's part, but Phantom actually respecting Light Spirit Isoline. You do not want to take your chances if the Spirit Eye takes a turn at the wrong time. She might just steal the game, and that's something she's known to do with the cleanse, the revives. We'll load right into it and see how this one plays out.
Round 2 Light. 1-0 lead. Start with Politis. Yeah, Luna was fast, but not quite. Sober? Can Phantom turn this with the Phantom Dance?
Can you keep up with me?
As the draft showed, right, Phantom has all the initiative here. Setting up with his two openers. Total pair, you know, we don't see it as often compared to last year, especially.
Don't see where the free run is on the bar. This is going to be a pretty scary turn if she makes the cut here. We'll be able to put in a lot of damage against Live, but... Oh!
Luna.
Clutch! Abyssal UP pick holds the combat ready to push. Luna takes a turn with the Solver and the ultimate. Strips all buffs.
Send it in.
Avoid.
We ran. With that question mark. Is this the moment?
Oh. Okay.
Elbert?
Have access to that attack club.
Counterattack comes through.
Man! Uh-oh, here we go, though. What's the target?
Extinction.
Kicks the Luna.
But Luna already did her part.
That's right. Extinction may be something of note. Can't Superhuman bring her back? But we have
I
a
don't think
couple
this was that
options.
great.
I think Light is doing math in his head right now. Superhumanization obviously should go on the Festive Ida, but maybe he wants to save the revive to potentially make a play against the bystander Hwa-Young. He's doing the math. No, going to be boosting his Abyssal Youthing.
The
He
damage.
wants her to be the win condition no matter what. Now we're ramping her fighting spirit. I thought he was going to be just pushing it on this Ida to close the fight out, but no, goes for the safe play. Splash damage.
Dropping the payload.
The speed. Bang.
Okay. Phantom.
Hwa-Young.
2v3 scenario. He does have skill 3 available. But that superhuman Euphine, I think, is going to be such a problem. Soulburn activated.
It's a lot of dark units too. You. That's 2 down from the kick. Soulburn. Counterattack.
Uh-oh, counter's coming through, though.
It's starting.
Yeah, we've seen, right? With this bystander
Defense
Hwa-Young,
break, but the counter.
Euphine cannot kill her quick enough. If she just gets any of those clutch counters, that Secret Sight's going to keep her healthy.
That's full bar on red. Abyss.
Activation.
Takes her out, and now Euthine gets to go. We're pushing back the Yohub. This is the end game both players wanted. Light got his Euthine turn, and Phantom's getting this Hwa-Young. No counterattack off the first hit.
Resist.
No counter again.
No soul burn. Let's
Single
see.
target.
Damage goes through 7,000. Doesn't get the kill, and now Euthine's vulnerable here.
Secret Sight.
Drops the kick, and Euthine counters. Hang on a second, guys.
She is done. Soulburn, just for fashion. There's like 2-0. Phantom down. Into loser.
Oh, this is only
Light goes
one.
up to the
Okay. My bad.
Wow. How did you... Valky, what would you say from this match? A little funky from Phantom's side, I think. But Light overall, of course.
based on lunatic bans, and I think Light is just so practiced now. He's so well versed in this turn 2. You know, you defend and you have all these kinds of win conditions that's going to be counter-attacking. Game 1 you had Iceria, game 2 you had Yuki, and as long as you just ride it out and you do the math correctly, the slower players will generally be winning these matches.
Super HP buff Abyssal you've been perfect too. Light always being slightly more creative when it comes down to tournament plays. Overall, very satisfying match for Light, I would say. Phantom still got a chance.
I really think it is that experience, right? Phantom definitely no slouch. You saw it in the numbers. People thought he would be taking this, and he's not out of it just yet. But
And real quick, Car, I just want to highlight that's the power of the Perfumer Biblis. Look at the stacks of extra HP they got. If the Biblis wasn't there, the Light, not the Light, the Genesis Rost was closing the game out right on that turn. The Light. But yeah, Biblis, this Perfumer Biblis character, I'm telling you, man, a little people, look how much he did barely keep the characters alive.
So far, 2-0. Let's see if we get any more 2-1s tonight. And Light looked, to me, felt like he has upgraded since last year. Looks very solid.
He was already very impressive last year, too.
Oh, yes.
But I think you're right, G-Clef.
Even better.
This is quite a showing for his first match against Phantom of all people.
Impressive Ida.
Ida going through. Big damage, gonna pop that defense right here. Little splash party.
I thought this was because it was an HP scaling damage. You know, most other players would just jam the superhumanization on the Ida, but putting it on the team for the end game, that was the absolute safe play. Well
It was
played
the
over
play
Light.
for sure, right in hindsight. Now, Phantom, guys, he could have gotten a few more counters that could have potentially changed the outcome.
Maybe, yes.
You know, when you rely on a character like that, you live and die by the RNG.
If there was one more counter from Iwa, maybe if there were 2 more counters from Iwa, well, there was a good chance, I would say. Looking at the HP bars. Close call, but Phantom 0-2. Gonna go down. Light moves up to go against MMZN. I believe we
Yeah,
go
this
with
one.
Winners first. Before we go
Purchase
down to
this.
the losers. But before
And
that,
this.
we have a little break, so guys, literally just grab your popcorn, get ready for that winners match.
We're getting about to where I was.
Descended from the darkness in a world where the goddess's authority had already tarnished.
I feel like one of those buffs didn't work. Is it a one-time only thing? 256. We'll see.
Is the name of all miracles and power. Executors, disciples of leadership. Welcome your new salvation.
The dark priest that brings the dead back to life? I'm not sure. Haven't heard much about this miracle chapel. What I do know, if there's someone taking advantage of the weak and the sick,
256. Okay, maybe it's a one-time per turn thing. I'm just turning this thing into a monster.
A most persistent ill fate. Will you flee once more? How disappointing. As long as I win and protect myself, the eternal night can never prevail. Oh, moonlight that shatters despair.
Oh shit.
Shine
It's
bright.
fully maxed up now. There's no reason I didn't think it would max out that quickly. Okay. Yes, sell it.
I am an executor of the Black Grail. I am the breaker of false vows. The spear that pierces the hearts of heroes.
Massive laser beam of death. I love it.
As it should be. The end has come.
What the hell is doubling blue flower? Okay, oh, okay. Swap these two. Okay. Oh, that, it's up to down. Okay, never mind. This thing has 6.6 attack speed now. Let's go. I want to see my... Ruthless!
Welcome back. E7 Masters. Still in Group C. We just had 2 matches. Big news is that the previous champion, not the previous, one of the champions from before, years before, knocked out already. If it was single elimination, man, he's out, he's gone. But he survives at the bottom. Oh, big news, Light. Maybe it's time to shine. No caster curse though. Not like Bob.
14 point.
MMZN Light on his winners. I think this is a very interesting matchup. Very much in style MMZN. Lots of damage. Light literally literally this
Oh,
guy
man.
is full effect, full well-rounded, full.
Oh, you have to see what I've done with this thing. Okay, put this here. The attack speed is 19. Here we go. Created my own Death Star. Wait, grab this. I think you can only do it 1 time per turn, so. Okay, grab this. grab this. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. $23, $33, $43. Here we go. All right, here we go. 43 attack speed. Let's see this laser. Didn't stand a chance, man. Okay, that was pretty good.
Of hero. Cool. So we'll see what happens. We go through the winners first, and then down to Unihero versus Phantom. Then we go to the final, match 5 in Group C. As you have seen, we've added the dates, April 11th, April 18th. We also added the KST, just in case. It might be 17th for you. For the Western errors out there, so don't have to talk too much about this player. Have to take out.
I think his gameplay spoke loud enough. That Spirit Ice Lane just ripped through his opponent right there, Unihero. Light, I'm assuming though, definitely is gonna have maybe some readiness, some more answers, so that maybe she doesn't quite have a dominating performance.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Wow.
20. This is not a typo.
That's a lot of games.
This is 20 to 28. Oh.
So to be fair, both of these guys got a lot of matches in, so I'm not surprised. They should be relatively familiar with each other's game. And like we saw earlier, there were 2 sets of speed versus turn 2. Speed versus turn 2. I think that is the narrative of this group, and we'll get right into it.
Oh, too fast. We broke the system. I believe I've seen Jelly and Yasetsuka again. This might be the permanent ban from MNCN. Lotos and Lady of Scales. Lady of the Scales from Light.
So Bibla's still up. We have the likes of Gula. See what Light goes for. A lot of power picks still available.
I will say though, I do like the second pick position for Light. Normally you want to be first pick to fight over the OP characters, but there's one really key factor that is going to determine this third pick. If MMCN does not opt the Zio to secure first turn, Light does in fact have the option to spring Harsetti, which is the speed buff character on third pick ban protection. But if MMCN does go for the Zio, then he can go for something like a Ruel of Light, which makes Zio so much of a headache to play against.
Please no Ruel. Perfumer Biblis comes out though. You've seen the power that this character can
bring. I thought we liked those. What happened?
Listen, I saw some Candlestick Ruel, Valky, and oh my goodness. I think that combination should be banned.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's a
that
little.
Can be
it's a bit, a tad.
Believe. It's not even a question. It's just on that third spot.
I think
really
shows why he bans that Bellion for one of many reasons, right? You said amassing all those souls and then ripping them at that key turn.
Sword for sword.
Liking the sword I see.
Talk about
such
this
a strong
lady.
unit.
Is bring the Ruel though. Yeah, I suppose the sword Iceria is, I mean, we saw last set when Light played it against another cleaver, it was doing a sufficient job. Ruel does get locked in. I mean, you can play the Harsetti to limit their speed and to hold back their tempo, but I mean, if you're counterattacking 100 million times and splashing 1,000,000 damage, doesn't matter. Likely not, but Lidica with the restrict buff is going to be thorn in his side, and Briar with Isari being covered there on the last pick. Almost seems like he's committing a lot on these utility characters on 4 or 5 while keeping his hyper carry on 3. MMZN really showcasing the interesting playstyle he has there. It's very different from other cleavers we've seen. He's very tricky with this.
Exactly. Some Lidica.
I love it, right? The hyper carry surrounded by supports. There's no, we've seen that time and time again. Tor, Ruin, with the Spirit Eye Celine, it's something that really makes look good. Haram, that's right, he left on 5.
Immediately banned with that fire Lidica out of the way. Briar.
Yeah, it looks like that one was a mistake.
A lot of damage, a lot more healing on the right. Some survivability on the left. Here we go, winners for Group C. MMZN versus Light.
Whoa, wait a minute. Boss Ruka is not in the front. I think Light is going for a trick play here. Puts Genesis Ross to the front, counting on those counterattack. The combat readiness push him to steal the turn.
Right!
Counterattack does go here. Oh no, it triggers the big one quite early.
What a play from Lighty 7.
Big combat readiness push. Does Light get the turn? Tien is going to be pushing herself, and no, Tien gets turn 2.
Okay. Maybe not everything on according to
MMZN
plan.
is taking his time to count the turn, because once everything goes past 100%, it is very hard to keep track who's going what. Oh my god, no!
She's elite! Can you? Is it now? Is it time?
Risky
How does
move,
Light
moving
play
that
this?
box
Do
to
you
Ruka.
seal the Briar Witch and just send it? This is such a weird
He's going
turn
for
for
it.
him.
That's
He's gonna
indeed the
seal
play.
for the Briar Witch. Holy moly!
Is it going to be enough? Let's see.
Look at
The
the
G-Rock
wrist,
from the
sending
right.
damage.
I mean, Spirit Eye Celine does have the damage, and it's going to be tough. Both the other characters survive. That has to be painful. Going for
He's
the
going
all-in
on the
first.
Ruel. Has to get rid of her
on the
here.
Ruel.
46!
He still has plenty of souls, guys. We're about to see a
One more
reenactment of
soul
game
burn.
1.
Can you?
Oh, yeah.
This Spirit Eye Celine is deadly. Cuts through anything.
Oh my god.
But Boss Aruka.
Even hits the boss Ruka just for good measure. Because he just feels like he's that much more
gas
ahead,
out
right?
here. And she takes a lap.
And Edward this game out.
Bring her back. Why not?
Yeah, that was very well done. You get all the turns you can, bring back Briar, which I say, and now you deny the revive against Genesis Ross. Once GB is called.
MMZN with the first game! Wow!
Power play showing this hyper carry Spirit Isolate on 3, distracted by the supports. Light trying something a little cheeky there. Moving the boss to Ruka, but the weakness of that, right, is that you can target anyone. You saw Summer Sword Ice area. I keep getting names mixed up. Getting deleted from the Spirit Eye Celine, that dual attack, just taking her off the map.
Oh shit.
4 kills over for the Spirit Eye, 85,000 damage dealt in a very quick game. The MMZN showing his, what would you call this, his mastery over the Spirit Eye Celine character. Even in a metagame where she has a hard time punching through the boss Ruka, she has a hard time keeping up with all these survivors, she still finds a grasp and is able to support her and let her hyper carry her way to victory. That was very impressive.
Well, after those buffer your seat, right? The free soul burn, and he just stacks on top of that. The damage that she is outputting, and then you even have that backup S3 if you need it to bring back the entire team, given brutality. He's showcasing that this unit, a lot of players maybe need to start looking at her on 3.
Game continues. On a lead for MMZN. The bans are Har City, Zia. A mid politics. 3 ramp picked up. And that's Coley on the
Seti
left.
Zio finally taken out as a package, and Light with the foresight here, taking out the Ame. You don't want MMZN to get access to that character again. However, I mean, it's never a bad time to play tactical archetype Coley. She's such a strong character. She's speed imprint, which helps you win your race, and afterwards we see with her kit Frostbite, you ignore the Aureus damage transfer, and the bombs comes through. It's just so much damage, so tough to deal with.
And the self-bridge, like these units are crazy nowadays. Now, he does have the potential to low roll on debuffs, just like, what's her name, Witch of the Mirror, right? So sometimes you do get 15% EG clip, that's right, and that's kind of the only weakness she really has.
The first pick, is it really worth it though? Indeed, it really is good. MGM might speed up.
Shall we
A
go?
little faster! 2 imprints?
Right.
This is a very different
Speed it up.
draft. But with nothing else on top. Okay, MGM.
I mean, you don't. This is a fine way to play the game for round 2 of a Lunatic series, I think, because all the things that are really good against Cleve is out. Zio's out, Harsetti's out, Bellion's out, Bossaruka's out, Ruel is out. I would say MMZN almost has free range to do whatever it is that they want on pick 3 as long as you get a good opener again. I think he's almost home free there. Festive Ida, another really annoying anti-Cleve pick, as well as Silvertide Kristen. We're looking to put up effect resistance.
Holy shit, they killed the ones in the back.
Just one.
That's right.
You put one in the back and you pray they do their best.
Like trying to tank
Gonna
this
just
up.
have to take it and survive.
Let's go how full
I wasn't expecting
the
that.
operational MGM wants to go with the band protection.
And
Run
Oh my
was not
goodness.
banned.
Show me what you can do.
One of the fastest.
This team is fast.
It's gotta bring some souls.
Seedom!
Oh my goodness! We have Seedom in the house!
Is this real?
It's
She used to
real!
be the face
It
of
is
these
real.
It's
seven.
happening! This,
5 years ago.
Very real.
this is not 2020.
Bring out the
No,
Seedom.
no, guys, watch. Grand Seedom in round 2 of Lunatic, very strong. You silver her book in the defense, breaks in, and you ran for passes, and then butter, 1 tap, 2 tap, red tap, blue tap. You get blue tap. Designer Lily is coming in with Young Senya, so Light here has a really good 4-5 pick setup for this, because he is expecting the Rand to use his ultimate S3. If an AoE attack lands and the debuff sticks, this is going to be really annoying for MMZN to play through.
Guys, brief me on Seedom. It's been a long time. What does she do again? And what does she buff exactly?
Oh, okay. Yoha, I think that's an anti-free run pick. Seedom's just a really strong character. If she hits something with defense break, they die. That has been her role since the beginning of the game. She's a very proficient single target nuker. And if you have an initiator for your cleave that can crit 1, 2, maybe even 4 characters, and you are home free to do all the damage you want.
Yep, and he gets banned out there. Light has to try and survive this somehow by the grace of God. We'll see them still making it through deep left. This is gonna be exciting.
Crazy one before. There's no
can't really
Eva.
pass it.
Build them like us. You never know.
We have the Dillamet.
Here we go. MMGN in the lead. Run. Got souls.
No one's surprised. Ram won't take the first turn. S2. Yup, we want the souls from the S. This is the important part. I think he's going to skip his S3 here. He's just going for the S1 to activate Coley, mayhaps. But no, he's going for the soul burn. That's
He's in the lead. He's going for it.
Wow. We're pushing the challenge of Dominion. No!
That's
Designer
why-
Lilibet gets the
Exactly.
I think has the
Does
tempo
get it
now.
caught in.
Wins in his sails. He's gonna rip it.
That's why you mentioned
Yeah,
Donkey.
defense buff
It's
activated
happening.
too.
Hop. There goes the dynamite. And with
That's
3
it.
Ren, that should be it.
Oversight. Central core has been destroyed.
Interesting. Of a result,
Seedom up there.
she provided souls. And Kana from
Provided souls,
2020 will be ascending to heavens. Finally.
Oh man.
Signs of life coming from
And
Light.
I'm sure
What a
we'll see
play
in the
there.
replay for this match, the absolute clutch. The person to bail Light out there was the fast festive Ida. The fact that she was fast meant that MMZN did not have the ability to simply just click S1 on the Rand. He needed to soul burn his Rand in order to try to push his challenger Dominion above Light's entire team. If he had the option to, I'm sure he could have just, push back the one of the other characters, and then get the tactically going. But these guys,
We're still
I mean,
racing.
they really want to get this done with.
We're
Game
F1
3,
in
here
this.
we go.
Spirit Ice Elite finally banned out. Biblis gone. Iseria, Ruel. A lot of Game 1 heroes banned out.
It's our first game 3 of the night, right?
It is. The end.
A lot of heroes off the table.
Shall we end this?
Well, let's just say we got the icon of Epic 7.
Let's bet on who's faster.
That's what I was saying 5 years ago, right? She was the face of the app. She was all over the place. Pasarunka.
Yeah, we'll keep those questions in, and let's talk about Game 3. Going with very standard, Jiras Wasarunka so far, or light.
I'm very curious how he sets up the draft now that Spirit of Selene is not available.
Let's talk.
Yeah, and Shepherd of the Dark DN is always scary as a first pick. I mean, you know your opponent is setting up to play Soulburn on you, especially when Bellion is absent from your roster. You know you are in for perhaps some pain. Oram being prepped usually means that MMZN is looking to pick up Litica on third pick. I mean, in lieu of the Spirit Eye Selene, that is his other main character, and this is going to be a really annoying combo for Light to deal with.
Yeah, great counter pickup there from Light. Gonna really try to stop
And
MMZ.
we're looking to counterplay
He's
the
been running away
AoE
with a lot of
coming in
these
from
games.
Litica.
Another soul?
Yep. Shifting between a few defensive options here. I mean, Grenak is good, but she's a little all in. If you get outsped, you're in a lot of trouble. But who knows? Maybe Light's feeling himself today. That would be good. Just put MMZ in a really tough to deal with switch up. I don't imagine it's the Hellion Lua. I don't think you ever want to pick that into the Aram.
Well, it's light we're talking about.
Schneel-sama? No.
No.
He has a lot more
You're not
time here.
picking
The
Schneel.
timer is not accurate.
Clock should be up just about now.
Okay, looks like this stream will be ending early.
Light cycling through a couple of good options. Numu Luna, I will say, is one of his stronger options. Very resistant to the incoming debuff with her effect nullifier. And on top of that, Conceal. Okay, Empyrean
Swaps
Illinap
over
also
that
not
Imperial
bad.
Illinap. Yeah, he was hovering the DN as well, so that anti-pep is something he really wants to kind of get ahead of here on the side of MMZN. He hasn't picked up.
Man, I'm
big
getting my
damage
butt
inside the
kicked
DN just
here.
yet. So he wants to make sure whatever hyper carry MMZN goes for, Bloodblade Corinne now being picked up on the 4th slot.
Mega damage.
What?
The entire team. Still doesn't exactly know what light has in store for the pick.
You don't want to go in and see Neil?
Uh-oh.
We saw this guy already.
Last week,
That's right, he did some big damage.
I think
I
there
really
was
need to build that
70
thing.
souls in that game from last week. Yeah.
Well, MMZN definitely has enough souls to build a library. We saw that with
Aria.
the Spirit Eye Selene. Ooh, G-Clip, you know I'm a fan of Aria Valky, but
You are.
when there's a lot of damage, her tempo, like she does knock units left and right, but let's see if Light can survive long enough for her to really get going.
I think
Any
he might be
souls.
onto something, Carr. I think Light has to ban away either the BBK or the DN there. And of course, being traded out with the Aria, you are limiting the amount of soul burns. I think Light actually, given the hand that he's dealt, found a really good 4-5 answer. Aria doubles the cost of the soul burn, while Empyrean Illinap should, in theory, hold back a lot of Ludwig's damage. Let's see if that is true. Litica will be going first turn.
Round 3, winner.
Alright, let's see what
Directly to the
happens.
knockout
Oh, wait.
In May.
Soulburn for 50-50 here, and missed on the Elena. That is huge.
No matter how tiresome.
Oh, the Ludwig cuts, though.
What?
Uh-oh.
Doesn't really have souls, so...
You worthless fingers.
We're expecting something less, but this is a 7.5k.
Is it time to draw my
Okay. Of course, not as...
Yeah, no attack buff, and the Imperium has all of your penetration held hostage. Does land the defense break on the boss of Ruka, and now Aram has a chance to reset one of his characters.
Things fumble a little bit on the left. Seems like it's like the order that you want.
That's right, this is not a start you want to see from this kind of lineup. You want to get a lot of big damage, a lot of big value early, Light looking a little stronger here. That being said, Bloodblade Corinne up to bat. Defense break on the boss Arunka.
Now or not, now or never.
The goal here for the Corinne to get 1 kill.
Not even close.
That is a whiff. That is unfortunate. Ross will be able to have souls now. We're sealing the Bloodblade Corinne, so no immortalities for her. Very good target selection from Light.
Yeah, that heart. Emotional damage for MMZN.
He's sending it in.
And the G-Ross got the damage out of the way.
The sky. Stardust. Sword.
With the lid
Okay.
sealing the team.
This
with
one has counter.
invincibles. This might be it.
Ludwig
looking
can pick
good
up the
here.
Double
turn here,
counter.
but can you do anything with it?
GG call.
No, GG call.
We'll be the first one to move up from Group C. What a moment.
All right, let's see how this.
2-0,
See if we
2-1.
manage to pull it off.
Moving up to the knockout. Be the third game.
And we talked about it.
Dude, he one-shot my.
Always kind of puts his opponent forward on what to ban. It's so versatile, so well versed in music tournaments. Live really showing at the peak that you had this good point. You might even be stronger than last year.
I think so. Bobby, you mentioned slightly that Yan ban. No soul. That was really
I think in a series
No!
like this, especially
Oh.
the game 3, the game 5, the
I'm gonna have to
deciding
redo
factor,
this
it
whole
always
thing?
comes down to experience. We know MMZN has no lack of experience being 5,000-6,000 games deep on the season, but I think Light has shown again and again that ever since he's picked this pivot with turn 2 playstyle, he's been able to hold it down, and this turn was clutch.
Okay.
The dual attack from the beginning drags the kill onto the Spirit Eye, which activated her Wind Rider, giving her the stealth. If Ross could just seal the Spirit Eye for the first turn, I'm sure Light would have even clinched this first game, but unfortunately, that would not have been the case here. So, Light ended up dropping, but overall, very solid anti-cleat shot from him for this group then.
Everyone, and by the way, everyone in chat especially, a little more respect to the players, please, because they're all up here with that many games experience, rank ladder, and this is the style. Not everyone's the same, and that's exactly what E7's all about.
Pay for the dress you ruined.
This was questionable.
He says respect for the players, and then he immediately says exactly what everyone else is saying down there.
And likely,
Okay,
Yeah, that's just Light trapping there with that little bit last pick, right? I believe it was the young Senya.
now I need to
got banned out, so he
see
kinda
up to
answers
where I
the end of the-
stopped. It was right here. Yeah, MMZN was kind of troll. I agree with most of the people there.
nice profile though. Just a fourth in the group if he doesn't show up, so better be here.
Yeah.
Nice profile though. So we'll go.
This is a group that's stacked in accolades. Every single player here you see has made it top 4, top 8 in their respective regions. So this was certainly a group of death. So having one player move down immediately to the losers bracket certainly shakes things up a lot in the economy of the matches being played here.
And KHM is the first seed of the group.
I know, he's also was like in contention for rank 1
win
on the
rate.
ladder, G-Clef. He was streaming and he was playing so many games. It's a bad time for EU, so hopefully he wakes up. I don't know what's going on, but I want to see him play today.
Hopefully nothing bad. Hopefully he's just.
That's right, yeah, you never know what might happen.
Maybe the battery went out. Does happen sometimes if you leave the game on and then the screen doesn't turn off. The battery goes out. Man, gotta check your devices.
Wait, so we totally missed the first one? Why?
Welcome back everyone to E7 Masters. Just finished Group C with Light and Phantom advancing to the knockout stage. Time to talk about Group D, but before we head into our match, one of the player is MIA at the moment. That's KHM versus Toshipopo. KHM is MIA, so from the rulebook, he will be forfeited from the first match.
Oh.
Automatically moved down to the losers. So Toshipopo gets a bye to the winner, which means that that match is already gone. We will be starting immediately with match number 2. Gomyangmi versus Sindri will be the matchup. I mean, KHM still has a chance if he comes back on time.
Call him.
The loser, we tried calling him. We tried doing everything, but he's just not picking up. So.
Necrophilia members, come on, call your guy. Come on, this is his one chance.
I know, so excited to see some KHM today.
I know. Where are you? Now is the time. Operating coupon. Now is the time to wake up from dreams. Maybe he's feared 2 turns.
It is very late, right? It is an awkward time for
in real life, guys.
Maybe he's DDR'd into sleep. Injured. Hopefully not injured.
Whoa, yeah.
No. Wake up! Let's see the match, but that decision has been made. So the first match is over. Forfeit from KHM. And Toshipopo moves up the winner, he's down the losers. So immediately we will go with this guy versus this guy. Gomyangmi!
This guy.
As known as KJ, Korean J. Always a second place from the entire tournament, but never a first, never with the crown. The crownless king is what they say. Is it his time finally when he doesn't have to face himself offline, because this tournament is all online until the last day. So there's certainly that chance where he doesn't have to panic with a Leafy like last year. So I think that's about all the explanation. So that's KHM on the left. Top 8, top 4, finals. Maybe just a 4th in the group if he doesn't show up. So better be here.
Yeah.
Nice profile though. So we'll go.
This is a group that's stacked in accolades. Every single player here you see has made it top 4, top 8 in their respective regions. So this was certainly a group of death. So having one player move down immediately to the losers bracket certainly shakes things up a lot in the economy of the match we play here.
And KHM is the first seed of the group.
I know, he's also was like in contention for rank 1 on the ladder, G-Clef. He was streaming and he was playing so many games. It's a bad time for you, so hopefully he wakes up. I don't know what's going on, but I want to see him play today.
Hopefully nothing bad. Hopefully he's just...
That's right, yeah, you never know what might happen.
Maybe the battery went out. Does happen sometimes if you leave the game on and then the screen doesn't turn off, the battery goes out. Man, gotta check your devices. Hopefully he comes back in time. So Toshipopo is up there, as you can all see. So we will go
I can
by
use it on
match 2.
these? That's actually kind of cool. I didn't know that.
Me versus Sindri. In Korean, it says, I'm the best. I'm the bestest of the best.
And as you highlighted earlier, G-Clef, this is KJ, the one we call Korean Jesus. I mean, he wrote the book on how to draft, how to play RTA. And I would even say to some degree, a lot of the content you see being made nowadays is essentially a spin-off off of the original concept that KJ generated from way back in like season 1 and season 2, and we're still learning from him to this day.
Yep, even Genesis Ross. Gomyangmi is the one that created Genesis Ross.
Innovator. Just an amazing player, right? But like you said earlier, maybe some nerves in the live format, always second place. So it is a pure online tournament. Maybe KJ, the one. This is his time to shine.
Even the Queen fans, I'm just gonna see it. If he doesn't get the first place in this tournament, they're done rooting for him.
They're done, right?
Yes. Yes.
Oh
I've seen
my
some
goodness.
posts. This it's more of the other way. Hoping that he would get first because this is online tournament. So a lot of global chat also rooting for KJ. Seen it since the beginning of the broadcast. Even before
He's a fan favorite. You see the numbers back him up too. But Sindri, guys, no slouch. I know he was, I think, the lowest voted for player, but I've been hearing some rumblings from the top players that this guy is scary. This was a very, very strong lineup of groups. It's just unfortunate KHM is here, but this match, look at this, 2-1 head-to-head.
Hurdle. But I think I've seen some past heroes like Renat and Tera. That's no hurdle.
Alright, this team's doing better.
Games. That's Asia, global, different times. See what happens. So we go back to best of 3. This is match 2 already. And we'll share more news as I hear anything from the production. I will share more news.
Sounds good.
Center band, Harseti DN, Notos, Lady of the Scales. No Notos so far again.
But it's
very standard coming out from both players. Extremely respectful from Gomiami, banning out both of the OP characters, and of course Sindri. Following the playbook, you immediately pick up the Perfumer Biblis, trading out the school nurse Yoha.
Yeah, a lot of times in the past we've seen from KJ in these tournaments, he'll be the one to ban Harseti. So like Daki was saying, maybe more standardized, maybe a little more flexible in this tournament, changing it up so he doesn't lose all the fans.
See how standard Gomiami would go today. I think today will hold on.
Well, look at that.
Double Coley? Double Coley is crazy.
Oh, okay. Lone Wolf pair
Not
locked
yet.
on the 3. Sindri taking the speed advantage, the initiative. You see that Harseti ban on his side. He wants to go first.
Yeah, we can't get double Coley. We don't have Salome yet. So once she is in, maybe we can get that. Some speed, some damage. Tera again, Sindri's one of favorite heroes coming out. Some different style. I mean, we've seen some Teras, but not that many.
Gomiami here flexing his speed a little bit. Despite Sindri having the speed imprint with the Coley, so the pair will be up 12 speed. Gomiami just says, nah, I'm faster. I got this for knock on 3. We're good.
Not only that, right? He does have the contester. That's a great point. But the likes of Arya, we can maybe shrug off some debuffs, and we have that superhuman play as well. Sindri's not backing down though. He's committed. He is coming over the top. Make sure he gets that first turn. Influence activated and doing damage too. Those are kind of like other influence, right? After those buffs, he hurts. Oh, he got favorite unit.
Damn.
Is it locked already? I did not hear it. I missed. I blinked.
So they're selecting the first ban right now.
Arby is in there, maybe drawing a ban out.
The
Just
snakes.
an unpredictable. Yeah. That 5th pick to kind of come back, deal a lot of damage. Oh, no, we're not going to respect the Arby. Instead, we're going for the Bossarunka. And Tactical Coley's the ban on the other side.
Imprint, 1 gone. Gomiami feels confident about speed. Let's see. The gate's open. Game 1. 1%. Here at the start.
Wow, he still takes the turn.
Was close.
Well, I mean, the game plan here for Sindri is now simple. We're going to double rev and just try to take over the game from there. Miss. Selection is pretty key. Almost one-shot the Yoha, activates the Mildred, gets the push. RB takes
Greater
over.
attack buff though.
Oh, it's greater too.
Activated.
Release the snakes.
Oh my god, what was her health there? She was so
surprised.
low, barely living, and there we see the Perfumer Biblis passive come through.
The heals.
Team looking healthy again. Holy!
The flank also was like half dead. Not anymore.
Takes out the Renok. Now the flan is back up at full, and this is why we see the power of the Perfumer Biblis. Anything that doesn't die is being brought back, and they're dropping everything we can into the Aria. Sindri looks like quite a hefty GG as well.
Drop K1. Injury. That turtle is a bait. That smiling turtle.
I thought I was gonna lose that one.
Wow.
Good profile indeed. What a
Witched and
play
Avery
there
drinking
from
tea on the
Sin.
back of that turtle. That was very well done. And once again, fellas, we are seeing the advantage of being first pick, because if you're in a speed versus speed mirror match, you're just always up on inference. Even if your opponent is up on gear, as long as they're not outspeeding you by more than 10 speed, you can use speed inference to catch up. And Sindri played that position perfectly.
Oh, Valky, no offense, but didn't you say turn 2 tank down? Was that also a play?
Get him, G-Club.
Yeah, well, KJ didn't opt for that. You can't ask me why KJ didn't tank it down there. He said, I'm going to take the RP and we're going to take it all the way.
I put the counter on the wrong unit, damn it.
No, I think this did it. I think the meta is very volatile.
Exactly.
But it's just so much damage as well that depending on first and second pick, sometimes turn 2 definitely can't survive. And you added the lunatic format too, my god, it's very tough to turn 2 in this format.
And one thing to take note here is the longer these series drag on, if you have a better account, if you have more characters built, that is where Gomiami is going to have the edge. He needs to claw his way back and figure out how to extend himself into the game 3. Genesis Ross is strong, but you do have to play against Empyrean. Ilwanav DN is also a problem. There are a lot of ways to stop that whole defense penetration. And with so many characters pre-banned, Belly is still in the game. Sindri is going to pick up that free run. Very interesting. We've seen players take the free run this early, and I mean, we've seen the playbooks.
Pick one. Free run, first pick. Comes and goes. Some good results, some bad.
I think she's just a strong unit, right? Despite having counters, the fact that you can pick this character this early and still sometimes win is just a testament to how good she is. And I think she's going to stay good as one of the premier hyper carries as we progress in Epic 7.
Until we see that just do
This is the one I lost last time.
Here, getting locked in just as a soft way to
Yeah, not this time.
damage. This way, Sindri can pivot back into an aggressive draft if he goes for Ahmed, and if he cannot, then, you know, Empyrean Illinap is going to be able to let him tank it out. Zeo Ray, whoa!
First?
Wow, Gomiami has all of these combos ready.
There's
Yeah.
no left to run.
Now, depending on the artifact on the Ray, right, he can be played as kind of an opener, as a sort of bridge unit. Queen's Whistle, activating after like the Zeo ends. I like this pickup from Gomiami on 2 and 3. Even though like the first pick, Genesis Roz, it was a little deceiving. Look at this format we're seeing now. We have a freaking Schneel on 3 as well.
First Tori of
We've seen a lot of different variations of the strategies come out. Schneel protecting a Tori, Empyrean protecting a Tori, and the Luna coming out. Wow. I think Gomiami's looking to seal away at least 3 passives coming up.
Yeah, you got some souls.
What's the visitors from? Oh, okay.
Tori with not too many of a protection.
What's the pick? How do we round this out?
Looks like some tunes.
Elliot.
No, I want I want
We've
this
seen
one.
it, right? A lot of times
This
sometimes
one's
picks
way
earlier,
too much
especially
fun.
against the Premium, but I like that. Nice 5th pick up there for KJ.
Yeah, I think KJ found himself into a really good closing wrap for the draft there. Last Art of Prowl, of course, very strong for Sindri, likely just banned away. But in this scenario, if you're Sindri, who do you ban? If you ban the Bellion, well, the Luna seals the free run. But if you ban the Luna, well, Bellion is choking out your souls. And if it's 3F build, it is going to be splashing a lot of damage onto that Tori. Very vulnerable now.
Okay, this will be interesting.
Second game.
I forgot what Schneel does, man.
CEO start. His kit. Exactly what he's made up of. Extra speed. Now, who do you choose to put that silence on?
I am the
Soulborn?
rightful ruler of this land.
Want to make sure Soul's activated.
Oh, you'll make an excellent specimen.
The second pick, Deathly Leray.
A patient in need of treatment.
Opsa just S2 because we had that Schneel on the other side, right? Counter pickup there from Sindri. Keeping his skills in check, but here we go. Free Renown. Letting it rip. We've seen this many times today.
A lot of damage. Belly and counter counterattack. Not sure he wants to see that.
Do you pop it now? The walls? 30k.
Zio's dead.
Good enough.
Schneel, I think, does extra counterattacks. Deals with counterattacks, I mean, extra turns.
Little chip damage,
Just
injury
a
onto
little
the
bit of
Ross.
injury in on the Genesis Cross. Yeah, Tori turn is going to be massive, though. You need to pick the right target to create that tempo advantage for yourself. Cascade is on.
Here we go. This is Wind Rider.
Counter!
Doesn't land kill. Cascade gets enough, but
The time
no
for a
problem.
joke. It's time
At least some more damage before she went down.
than putting off all this paper.
Splash damage will come through a little bit right here. Takes everything out. Ooh, Soul Genesis Ross left. Is this enough?
I was thinking
Needs to soul burn into the Tori.
No, wait. Oh, I would
Maybe down
soul
too much
burn it.
damage. We'll have to see.
Oh!
Shall we end this?
Schneel
Can
Sum
you?
activated. He's gonna try to cycle. He has that second life still.
Uh-huh. How's the captain?
Doesn't kill the free run, but she gets souls back up. I think it's too late for Ross.
Yep.
That's GG.
Oh my
Cinder
god.
moving up to the winners. KJ down to the losers bracket already.
Sindri 2-0?
Oh.
I was saying don't count this guy out, but
Oh.
what a dominating match against probably the strongest player in Epic 7 history.
Dude, he was cooking today. I think it's always a very high risk, high reward. Whenever you're first picking a free run and you're expecting to play her against the belly without the souls, without the defensive magic, but whenever you can pull one of these games off, it just shows how proficient these guys are at counting turns, at knowing their damage, knowing their limits, and how to set up their win condition. Procs over, goes over to Sindri. You know this guy is a chef, but oh my goodness, he just cooked one of the best players in the game.
Insignificant.
Man,
I will destroy everything.
I don't really know what to say after those two games.
Well, the lowest voted player took out the highest voted player. That being said, we have that losers bracket side. So Gomiami not out of it just yet.
Yeah, Cinder looks much more of a balanced player. Had a lot of good counter picks, and Tori to snipe the target.
Yeah, just drafted really well. And what I really like too, that sometimes goes unnoticed, is how confident he played against someone like KJ. I know it might be hard to read, but sometimes players get a little intimidated, and you see them kind of go out of their way to maybe be more reflexive, more reactive. I think Sindri just went by the book and played so smart.
Exactly, Car, and you see him here being punished by the belly and counterattacks too, so KJ was high rolling, and Sindri still pulled out with the final win in the end. That was very impressive.
Free run still very powerful. That's really enough just to take care. And that was it for 2-0. First two matches already done. Touch Purple got a first bye win from THM, not making it in time. Sindri will have the winners first. And then we go down.
If you told me that Sindri and Toshi Popo would be up against the likes of Gomiami and KHM, I would have not believed it. I know one of them's a bye, but my god, what an upset already.
Yes. I
That's
think
crazy too, because this is the group a lot of people consider the group of death. You know, that's what the D stands for with KHM and KJ. But Sindri really turned up the chef to 11, and I'm really excited for this next set, where he'll be going up against Toshi Popo, another chef in his own right. I can't wait.
Yeah, an OG, right? We see this guy a lot. Doesn't ever really make it all the way, but he is definitely a veteran, no slouch. And as we've discussed, being a veteran, especially in the Lunatic format, means a lot in terms of experience.
here's Toshi Popo. He doesn't have to reveal anything yet.
Oh man, I don't think you can deal with this much.
We'll see. Opponent, Sindri at 2 games. That seemed like a solid draft. always going for the direction. Brought a few extra imprint as he needed to win game 1 against Komyang. He had 1% off, I believe. 4-2-1.
Oh, look at that. Relative record.
Yeah, really good for Toshipopo. That's something.
That being said, after how Sindri played, my god, if I was a betting man, I think Sindri is riding this momentum.
But you don't know.
Yeah, keep in mind, both players here are chefs, though. They are very creative players that likes to really find just alternative builds and alternative drafts to play in a way you don't expect. So be ready for anything, guys. All right, that's all I can say.
No toes today.
No toes.
Noto's lady up the scales, both traded out, but first big advantage will be going over to Toshipopo, locking in for Perfumer Biblis.
I'm in trouble again. Damn it.
Yeah, Costa Rica.
Yeah.
I think
Now
Foster
they're playing out
is one of the
high-gifted,
few
right?
characters. Yeah, that trades very evenly with the Perfumer Biblis. And I think every single week you kind of have like a different flavor of draft. I think last week we saw a little bit more Lone Crescent Bologna, but this week it is the Nurse Yolha pulling all with the revive, the full heal, superhumanization with the combos that's these players are relying on. KJ played it earlier, and now Sindri's taking it right into Toshipopo for this winner's match. Bellion
Yeah,
being
well
locked
said. And
in
just to touch
super
on Bossa
early. Oh my
Rica a little more, the fact that, you know, she's still good to this day, G-Club, just a testament that she has like that true taunt, and she's kind of shifted away from having the more rocket punch offensive playstyle, more like a tank, and just having to focus her when you have her early to protect hyper carries, just makes sure she's still relevant to this day. Now, look at that. Last Rider found the lock. Very good pickup into the likes of Free Rin. Especially comboed with that artifact, right? The one, I think it's the removal of souls plus the introduction against AoE. Very strong.
That's right, Crown of Glory. I think Sindri actually found
Man, I'm gonna lose if I don't fix this.
You know, he's looking to pick up the big Chloe as well, just to keep bolstering up the defenses. This is very scary already. You have Nurse Yolha, Last Rider Crowd. That is a lot of damage being put on permanent cooldown reset, especially when factoring how much AoE Free Rin and as well as Bellion is going to be bringing to this match. Toshipopo in a little bit of trouble here, but did force Sindri to take a very defensive position. He needs to go, and he needs to go fast. Just pedal to the metal. Ahmed is a good hover. Monarch of the Sword Ice area might be an okay pick. The injury and the splash damage could be good here against Last Rider Crowd.
Iceria lock. The 5th. Are you willing to go for more buck? Defensive anchor, offensive anchor.
I don't think he needs an anchor necessarily here. He has some strong pickups, the Free Rin on the lock. He has that backup. So look at hovering in a Abyssal Yufine. This is second time.
Again?
No.
Crown?
Oh my God.
The poison has been released.
Well, you know what, guys? Look at the lineup on Sindri, right? You have a Maid, a Last Rider Carl, a Boss Rider, not a lot of direct damage. And that's where Apoc Ravi really shines. Unfortunately, though, I don't think she will make it through. Because I don't know how Sindri's
I
going to
do
deal
like
with
where
that. With
Sindri's
the likes
going
of
with
Last Rider.
this. Toshipopo has a very slow team composition, so any good debuffer will be putting him in a pickle.
I think we
Like
banned his
Sigrid
pick
or
on both
Witch, I think are
sides.
both good picks here.
And Iceria, though, Iceria plus Ravi, those are two tough carries to kind of deal with on the side of Sindri.
Don't need
Definitely
a couple more
Sigrid is a debuffer that needs to be banned out here.
And it's Iceria. And Apoc Ravi will be jumping. Tanky target.
There we go.
Go for that kill.
I finally got the beam cannon, the Death Star rolling.
Every character is tanky, and Ravi is in a very, very dominant position because they just don't do enough damage to the Ravi. So I actually think, is an insanely good anchor for the squad. But does it overcome a superhumanized Last Rider Crowd? That's what I want to find out for this game.
Behind Biblis, I think she does.
59,000.
Boy, oh boy.
Sindri? Not that one. Look at that.
Yes.
That's the first one, by the way.
I'll show you the real deal.
course of the game. I think stats.
Oh my god! They hit from so far away! I didn't know that.
It does potentially right if he has that superhumanization on from the Eula, so we'll see. Crown of Glory in effect, already paying off.
That's all I needed to do.
That is a very meaty shield.
Okay,
Who's faster, yeah?
Not
this
yet.
event's done.
Everyone's standing. Apok didn't really break the shield.
I'ma leave you biting the dust.
Fishing for a defense break.
Oh.
Onto the Biblis.
A little extra chip damage here from the S1s coming out.
Can you really go for
Pogo's
anything else?
taking his time thinking through the turn. 40,000 HP on this belly, and that is a lot.
That's a beefy woman.
Going to be putting up the defense buff, so she's getting only beefier too. Hits the provoke on the last Rider Crown. That's not something you'd expect. So that gives Toshipopo a little bit of an insight. The last Rider Crown has low effect resistance. That could be something you take advantage of
The
well
Ten
into the
Lords
end game.
decree. Hereby
Yeah,
ordained.
well said. Unfortunately, the debuff itself won't be that useful. John Zula's on the field, but look at this double bleed coming out, and her damage, even though we're proccing here,
Really?
still going to be quite good as the game progresses.
Very
I shall be
fast.
the judge.
Such an artifact.
Net markers activate. Time for a good old
So
counter.
full revive on the team for his injury.
Recount.
Both teams still pretty full here, going through the motions. It's going to accelerate quickly. Now that the immunity's worn off.
And then look at the damage.
He has a smart play, right? Waiting on that S3. Going in between the last Rider Crowds. The last Rider Crowds 3 applies the immunity. Perfumer Biblis doesn't have a direct strip. Look at the damage on that already. Zero souls from the Crown of Glory.
How sensational.
Now, as the game inches closer towards the end game, there's one thing you have to be very, very acutely aware, which is that with so many tanky characters, you don't have a very viable way to burst down this Apocalypse Robbie. Now, there's two ways she can go down, because she's completely resistant to the bite damage. So one, you have to defense break her and really run her over with multiple bites, which is going to be tough. The other way is defense break her and tag her with a lot of bleeds. And those are the only two ways this A-Robbie is going to go down, if at all. So that's something we're going to have to keep an eye on until that problem is solved. Sindri is
I think
taking
Eula
a
S1
commanding
detonates.
lead.
Okay. We'll see if that Apok Robbie keeps reviving the team.
Is the best course
Biblis
of
still
action.
one turn off from her S2 passive. Not a lot of damage coming through. You're seeing the power of Last Rider Crowd against AoE. The damage reduction, the barriers are insane. The removal of souls. There's no S3 Apok Robbie in sight to bring back our units.
Detonated the bleed on the Biblis, and once again, make Chloe getting so much cooldown reduction from that crowd is going to be putting up the revive and defense buff again. This is going to be so important for the boss of Ruka, especially if she wants to hold the onslaught against this Robbie. This Robbie's going to be slamming it again.
Again?
I mean, you need to break through. That's how she wins the game.
Okay.
Yeah, just sending it. Injury's building up. It's gonna be a long one.
I'll show you how I do things.
One turn off from Crowd here. Now Eula does have superhumanization, so we're gonna see some cycling back, most likely into the crowd.
Your blessing.
Yulha.
Net markers activate. Time for a good old counter.
Zap. The superhuman.
Goes into the last
And here we go. Now he's buffed.
Should have superhumanized the
Let's see it.
The
This
boss
is the
of Runka.
third full-powered double damage. Oh my god. 19,000 damage. Okay, we're at the end game now.
Okay. Either it's
Robbie does have pen resist though, so like we were saying earlier, the bite not gonna do too much. He's gonna have to string some combos together here.
can this be the
Half-Life,
1v4
look at that
dream?
engine.
This would certainly.
Look, if there's gonna be any game for A Robbie to have a takeover moment, it's this game. None of these units are a real threat to her, but doesn't break through the boss of Ruka. Like you said, Car, I wonder if there's some point where
Oh,
never mind. We're not
the
gonna even make it to
bleeds.
that point.
Oh. Okay. calculation
Respecting our time.
Stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
has been made, and that is GG called. It was either going to be 1v4
Who would it be?
every 7 shorts, shorts team waiting to create the highlight, or a GG. And we have the
I think,
we have
you know,
later.
the Apop Robbie was pretty much unkillable, but as the frenzy progresses, you saw Vizula already doing so much damage with just one set of bleach. You can soul burn to get even more. I mean, I think most likely Siri was going to string together a combo to take her out.
Exactly, and I think there was a world where if the Yulha did in fact make it to the next defibrillator, she's just gonna hit it on the boss room because she gets double the HP as well as defense buff, and she just sits there and go, okay, Robbie, try again.
Sentry, one game away, guys. 3 wins in a row from contesting in the knockout among the best 16 players.
You don't deserve my
8
mercy.
titles?
You
What's
never go.
that all about? Am I eating this wrong?
Can't wait
Could be
anymore.
telling, yeah, maybe.
Gun is usually the default night somebody plays for against Briar, which Iseria drew, but Toshipopo already banned that game once. So Sindri must have some information on maybe Toshipopo has a tech 8 high when he can't do it.
Maybe.
Your bones.
It has to be a sniper.
Well done. So beautiful. Time to cleanse the filth.
And Koli,
Who's available here, Ross? Rina.
You won't betray me.
Yeah, let's get our Renat in, right? That's one of the few reliable characters. You always count on the Elspeed to Luna. Genesis Ross is a fine pick, but you kind of lose out on a lot of
Everything in
combo
this
here. You know, no Nurse, and you're also weak to Empyrean Ilanov, so a lot of stuff you have to watch out for. This is a safer pick, though. ML Aria, you double the cost of Luna Soul Burns, and on top of that, a lot of effect resistance is just good in the matchup, and the longer it goes on, the more her injuries, the punches, are going to stick.
Yeah, and I like that behind the Renok too, so it's not just like a pure turn 2 setup. Not only is it going to stop, you know, the threat of souls, he also has that Renok to kind of threaten any faction openers from Toshipopo.
Arya putting some pressure to any of those mages with hooks.
Glory be with us.
Uh-oh.
I feel let's play.
If you have no
Oh.
choice, you would just stop existing.
Oh, wow, and a Parsec being picked up. Toshipopo says he does not want to let the two of them. Whoa! That's crazy, guys.
Well, that's a set. The beach set. We're all
Yeah,
favored
we're
by
good here, Sindri.
on your path.
the combos there.
Both players with the pivot. Toshipopo is just looking to make the pick. Sindri already committing the Aram Argent Waves Fly-on combo. That's the combo of limited characters that came in last, I believe it was summer, to really put a damper on the Parsec dominance of the village playstyle. But whenever you're playing this style, Afternoon Soak Launch is always going to be the go-to tool, because you always get the free tool attack at the beginning of the fight. We've seen how much damage that tool can do.
And also with speed, you can lock a couple of those buckets.
Aqua functioning cover here. No.
I feel let's
Made that.
Yes!
That's an ML5 that you might actually see. He's been down out every time, though.
Young Seiya.
I'll endure.
Will we make it in game?
Serenity is before me.
I'm really curious about that Dark Corvus pick. Is he really good enough that you're like, yeah, this is the Dark Corvus spot. I'm gonna pick this into a long fire.
Maybe threat against like a Solitaria. But yeah, it seems not the best as we've seen. It's been a must ban in other drafts. This one it is a little questionable. It does make it through, so
We
Sindri does
have
not
a Corvus game in the house.
Let's get it.
Not a lot of AoE though, right, to get him the fuel. But let's see. He might be on, you know, the new sets coming out. Could just rip off the go.
I think that's the throw.
I feel let's play.
The first Corvus of tournament from Toshipopo.
Done playing you.
Hard steady shot ready. Keeping the cooldown.
Slaughter each other.
Instant ready.
Turn order in general looks like it's really good for Toshipopo, so thankfully Young Senya is
Harsetti tech coming through from the side of Sindri.
Valencia help.
Just gonna sit by and watch.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
This bread will make you
It does have a lot more to chew through, though.
Come on, impress me.
Enough? Do you steal away the stats?
I could take you in my sleep. Forgetting something?
From
That is
Ruel.
Idle's cheer on the Ruel.
Turning to cowardly tricks? Too bad, because I'm... May the light
Now that's
guide
first
you.
life gone.
Immediately taken out.
Got a good tempo there. Gets that first life out of the way. Ruel now under pressure. Gonna have to probably rip an S3 to kind of get Toshi Popo some momentum.
I, Ruel, hereby swear to lead everyone to victory.
What's his target, though?
I think it's got to be Harsetti, right?
Ready for
No,
Oh, he's going for the
on Dark
Corvus play.
Corvus.
Maybe threatening.
I'm not
He's
sure
a
I
little
like that
scared.
play for a very specific reason.
Yeah, well, let's see.
Because the Aria is coming up next. She's gonna punch away your souls. Your Corvus can't even soul. I'm not convinced that's the correct play there. But I guess he's there and I'm not, so we'll see exactly
better
what he's
sent
doing.
elsewhere.
We hit the full reset on the Renox, so next turn, she's gonna be a problem.
Here is Prefect Aria. Have souls.
Violations of common will not be
Going
tolerated.
to opt for the soul burn. You punch out the Harsetti? No, he's gonna go on the Luna.
Enough damage.
19k takes her right out.
180. What a shot.
33.5k.
Yeah, but look how tanky Sindri is here. Is this even going to be enough? Down to the wire. He's sending it. Most certainly
The
not.
problem is he can't soul burn this, so this is gonna do like 16, 17k damage.
Right on.
Worthless little.
69.
And now with the lack of AoE, right? I don't know. Corvus is kind of not going to be putting in the work he needs to here.
Would you go ahead and die? How repugnant.
Ballsy, aren't we?
Yeah, and now this is a very tough spot, right? Renat gets to play the game the way she wants, and
Forgetting
oh,
something?
soul
strip.
burns the oh.
What a walk in the park this is.
Yeah, now you
time.
full send it into the Ruel. There's no comeback mechanic left for Toshipopo.
Yeah, this looks like it could be it.
Okay, let me give it a try.
Young Senya. Back to her turn.
I'll help. Welcome to
That will help.
The dual attack there too stuns the Harsetti. I mean, tempo, he's already so ahead.
Have you finished your assignments? Enforcing
And the regeneration buff, insult to injury, Young Senya is just keeping the team here for Sindri. I think Toshipopo is definitely gonna pick. Well, Dark Corvus is not enough to close the game out.
What are you saying, Valky? You lost faith? He is the one Dark Corvus.
Stick to Guild Wars, buddy.
Without soul,
Stick to
guy.
kill.
Yeah, without the
And you
S3.
can't soul burn.
Come on, impress me.
Only thing I can think of is that he cannot be stunned.
one who
That's-
perpetuates
I guess that's the good news.
shall face
Speaking of
no
ramping skills,
I
right?
mean,
We
it's the
have
silver
another
lining, but
punch
when the
coming through.
Aria starts running soul burn again, bye-bye souls. Now he's out of souls again.
Just when you
Not
think
only
you're
out of soul, he's
alive,
out of life, guys.
Yep.
He's dead.
the call from the young Senya. Sindri, the first player,
So
make it
clean.
into the knockoff from Group D.
So we've seen in the past drafts, right? Dark Corvus a lot of times gets banned out on that 5th pick position, but Sindri quickly identified that he's not as big of a threat compared to other drafts we've seen in the past. He lets it through. We have that Aria on 2, which worked beautifully. No soul burns activated. And yeah, he kind of just disrespected him and said, he is not enough solo to take me out.
And this is where you can see Sindri is just such a clean player. He plays a very different style, but he knows exactly what his win conditions are, and he's well versed in it, that he can just put teams together that just makes sense. And that has been the name of the game. If your team makes slightly more sense
What an interesting matchup here from Toshipopo and Sindri. You have the unkillable APOC Robbie who's just ripping skill threes, but look at this. The superhuman prowl takes out everybody else, and Toshipopo realizes, you know, APOC's not going to be enough here. Just like this Dark Corvus.
Again, good draft. Standard.
I'm surprised that killed the Luna. That was the first one, by the way.
That has to be an incredibly statted out disciplinary prefect Aria. Yes, the Soulburn does increase the damage, but you're right, man. The fact that she can just one-shot a Luna from, I think, what was it, like 2/3 was very impressive.
Dang it. No superhuman needed.
Classic favorites. And those were the two matches. Interesting. Sindri is the first one out of the group. We still have 3 players left. Wonder who it's gonna be to make out. And on the bottom side of the bracket, I do have good news. KHM is back. We will have that losers match, KHM versus Gomyangmi, coming up next. But give us 5 minutes. Once we come back, losers time for Group D. And KHM as well. Welcome back, everyone. And KHM as well. Someone woke up. And he's here to destroy, hopefully through the loser's butt. Surprise! Your first opponent is Gomyangmi from Korea. I don't know. What did I miss?
Missed a lot.
I missed my first match, and what happened from the winners? And Gomyangmi's down in losers now he's in a tougher spot, much tougher spot. He lost him 1 life already. His opponent is KJ, or known as Korean Jesus. Can he make it through? Well, he's got to go through Gomyangmi and Toshipopo now. Gonna be hard for either player. I mean, who would have expected this matchup to be down here in the first losers, not even in the second loser? So,
Seriously.
very tough matchup for both players. Here's the updated Group D. Talking about the right bottom side match. KHM versus Gomyangmi and Toshipopo waiting. We're looking for that second place.
You're falling apart on your own.
D will complete that first 8 out of 16 by the end of the day. KHM, the first seed, gotta come. Hopefully, you got enough sleep. Hopefully.
Oh yeah, so many games played. He's been grinding, G-Clap. It's late over there in Europe, or early now, but man, he's been in contention for rank 1 on the ladder. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to see so badly, so I'm glad, even though he's in the losers bracket, he made it through.
I mean, having a lot of games is one thing, but he's doing this at nearly a 70% clip. And just, that's the part that absolutely floors me. That just speaks to his consistency. He's got more matches and a higher win rate than KJ. This really is Korean Jesus versus French Jesus, because the 2 best players in those 2 respective countries are gonna go at it.
And from what I know, there can only be one God. in Epic 7. In Epic 7 Group D.
Yes.
11 to 14. Wow, we're having some good numbers today. We had like 28 to 20. This is 11 to 14.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Slightly higher for Gomyangmi, but I wouldn't really count out too much. That's not that big of a difference. Here we go. A game with Notos is allowed for the first time of the night. Gomyangmi gets first.
KHM leaving it up.
Here we go. The Korean Notos.
Picking quick. I know he was practicing a draft where he leaves up the Notos. Genesis Roz with that Sigrid. I have a feeling of what he's going to pick on 3 and 4, but I don't want to spoil it just yet.
That was
I mean, the thing with KHM is he's almost on the opposite character growth arc as Light E7 that we got to see earlier today. Light used to be a cleaver that was super fast. All he did was play speed, but over time realized, hey, maybe it's more consistent to play turn 2. KHM had the opposite problem. He's what the European players all look up to as the father of European-style tank down. But that made him so predictable in these kinds of tournaments. It was very, not easy, but it was very possible to ban him out and just force him into too many uncomfortable drafts. So recent seasons, he's really picked up to playing aggro, playing Zio, and now the Zio is pulling away. How does he adapt?
Yeah, I think was one of the picks that KHM wanted to get in Zio. You know, we've talked about how this character's kind of like the speed demon for players that don't have a lot of speed, like KHM himself. Admittedly, he said his gear is not the best. I want to see how he adapts when Zio is stolen away from him. I know he wanted that. Veronica on 3, hovering.
Sword Ice area. Would you agree in some counters? You have to think about burning that Notos quickly down if you can.
Stand down.
Commits the Veronica on 3. He's confident. He just wants to stop at the end from being able to play the game.
There's a burst.
The duality of man is on display. Do I play into the speed, go after Nuso, want to go for the damage? He does! Opts out of the Sword Ice area.
Successor stage.
Man, KJ was so quick on it though. It's like he wanted this kind of draft to come through. I think the Zio steal on 3, pulling in a Hecate, and now we have Successor Teiyu. I imagine that KHM wanted some of these units, right? Things like the Zio plus Successor Teiyu are great for the likes of Notos. I'm hoping KHM has a backup plan here.
What a strategy for Gobyang Mi, giving less time for KHM to fully wake up.
Falling apart on your own.
Really cutting down resource?
Yeah, just a counter pick potentially.
First in the Southern Masters, that is locked in, which means the ban is surely going to be Hecate. And of course, you have to trade out the Alvira. Both players are just saying, all right, let's run it. Top 4 versus top 4.
You do want to get those down with heavy counter. Here's game 1.
Dare defy me?
Gobyang Mi Zio. We have Notos on the field. Soul burn.
Fear, judgment.
Yeah, this is entirely going over to push the DN.
Slayers,
But, ooh, Veronica comes in clutch, stops her dead in her tracks.
Vampire Hunter. How do you get that Notos down?
For a better tomorrow.
I guess she's gonna bomb it, that's the solution.
Prepare for
There it is.
Defense break and a bomb.
That's what he needed. KHM.
Cover me.
And then a shot into the end.
Some rubber?
Wow, doesn't go for the detonate, so he's splitting his damage here. It's a bit of a taking a risk, so to speak. So now, do you go for the full pushback, or do you just click S2 instead and just get the attacks? Lots of interesting choices. We're skipping the S3, S2.
Calling this the end.
Really have no tact.
How much
I
damage?
think he's got it. Now you push up the flan, and I think KHM's out. He sees the light at the end of the tunnel.
Patience brings success.
You've already been reeled in.
Show me the damage.
Holy
Holy
sacrifice.
sack activated.
Through.
But look who's up to bat. Mr. G. Ross.
Firing on all
KHM with one win.
He had him, man.
What a play there. The Veronica just pulling so much weight. Beautiful trap
Hard
from KHM.
play.
I was worried about the Zio, but yeah, the Veronica just played well. And his decision making after that, identifying what needs to go in what order. I think a lot of players would have tried to get that notice out of the way sooner. Get the DN. Then has enough still to finish both the Holy Sack and seal the deal. Well played.
As you two mentioned,
Can I just point out how much KHM has cooked this draft? Because,
Show me what you can do.
yes, he is very reliant on the Zio, but also on the same token, look at his team. It's so resistant to Zio. The Veronica is on Guiding Light. Flan has 100% evasion. Swift Light Bearer Sigrid is obviously the weakest one. She's 50% evasion with her turn 1 buff. And Genesis Ross cannot be pushed back or silenced turn 1. So he actually knew exactly what he was doing, and KJ a little bit walked into the trap right there against KHM's own draft by stealing away the Zio. That was a very well-laid draft.
Beautifully said, Doug, and I think he's using his weakness again. We talked about earlier how he's been streaming non-stop, and a lot of players like KJ, I'm sure, know exactly what he wanted. He's not a fast player, so maybe I steal the Zio. If he set that up as a trap, holy mama KJ, giga brain play.
KHM, perfect calculation.
played those turns like as just as a top rank, top seed for the group. Go Myung Mi, he had some other solutions that we can think of. With Successor Taeyu. Regardless, we'll have the second game, but Go Myung Mi's tournament life on the line.
This sense should do.
That is scary. The nerves have to be on. He's already one game away from being eliminated this early.
Well. Got a whole lot open.
KHM, I think this is going to be the true test because now he's down a lot of characters and he's down his main strategy. Goes for double reviver on the open if he does lock this in. And I think Go Myung Mi is now setting up. He says, okay, you got me last game. Can't trap me anymore. But in fact, I'm going to trap you here. Because one, there's no Zeo in the game. He can pick the Renok, and that is in fact the fastest character in the game. And two, if you do slow down against Go Myung Mi, he's just going to spring multiple debuff characters on you, which at the mirror is still up. And that is very, very scary if you opt to play through, especially without Monarch with the Sword Ice area.
Yeah, additionally, right, he had the first pick, so that Perfume or Biblis is also going to be just such a threat if he tries to slow down too much. Arya coming in from Go Myung.
He does still pick up the Renok. Jams are on third pick, though, now. KHN knows he has to play turn 2. This is not a good spot for him to be in. He needs to be able to somehow flip the tempo back and overcome a Renok, but how? That is one of the toughest things to do in Epic 7.
How do you keep her locked? She stuns herself, so maybe use that to greater deal. Stun her even more.
He definitely, it's not an auto loss, but man, playing, second pick here against the likes of Perfume or Biblis, just very, very tough. Freerin is his unit of choice, the hyper carry coming through. Chloe, maybe we're going to just play a bunch of supports in Freerin. That's a common draft. But I'm sure Go Myung Mi has some answers to it.
Ooh, and he's posturing maybe a Setsuka. Okay. So not going to completely just opt into the third pick Freerin and a bunch of support strategy. He's got a little bit more variation to it.
Loving the design. There's Pyrrha. Some dodging chances.
No manners. No
Brigitte on mid 2.0.
Someone's picked up a strategy.
You can get my autograph later.
And made Chloe to finish off, immediately banned out, Brigitte and made. We're going with the first 4. We've got some healings. Anyhow, here we go. THM on a match point.
Oh, okay. That's actually pretty cool.
Miss immediately into the counterattack. Uh-oh.
One poke.
That could be a bad omen.
He needs a lot of those, though. Go Myung Mi showing a lot of initiation, a lot of aggression.
Second damage through. KHM just barely survives. That's the scary part. The souls are available to him. He has 10 souls. He can grab, get the cleanse, get his buffs up, and just splash KHM's entire team. That's the strength of this Pyrrha.
Soul burn. Miss.
I have a horrid stench.
Time better spent
Still
elsewhere.
one reviver left.
Yeah, now KHM is on so much of the back foot. Arya now keeping up the tempo. We're gonna punch out the Ruel. Oh,
It's enough to finish already. First life is gone.
I think here you just got to bring back the Nurse Yolha and hope she can just let Setsuka take over the game here. You don't really have a play left in you.
I mean, that's, I think, his draft from the get-go, right? Just rely on the Setsuka. Need some RNG.
Or
Vitals check. Looking good. Now, wakey wakey.
you zap the Freerin.
Get the Freerin back. 9 souls to her name, so she's still in this.
Can you put like double of the same character?
This is still on the other side of the field, though. No buttons have been pressed. Here we go. Procking gonna be healthy again, taking reflect damage too.
Okay.
Consider this an honor.
And that's part of what makes this matchup so scary is even if you get the free run back, even if you get the tempo going, even if free run has double the HP, she has about 3 good turns left in her, then she's gone again just as quickly as she came.
Nice play there from Gomiami. Waits out the immunity. Gets some decent debuffs. Not gonna be too effective though. Here we go. Pre-run. Double tap.
Wow, excellent target selection. We take out the biggest threat here first. Renat is completely out the fight.
Another Soulburn bite. But he misses.
Oh, counterattacks a hit.
Interesting.
A little low.
Misses on the first hit. Misses on the second.
Give it a go.
Uh-oh.
Yulha.
I can see.
Whole lot of misses on both sides.
Finally, Setsuka gets her first turn, and that was a good play. Now we see why he didn't superhumanize a Setsuka. Now she gets a free turn to blind everything, and she's full fighting spirit.
Can you keep up with
Oh
me?
god, no counterattack there. KJ has to be breathing a sigh of relief.
Still
No
no miss.
counterattack again.
It's Seska.
I wish for a miracle.
I mean, one more anything, the Setsuka is going off. This is a very scary time. Does land the crit.
They got the Yula here.
Switching target.
Dare block my way?
Miss, no counter.
Can you break
Oh
through?
my goodness. One more hit, that's the
Counter.
counter, and finally, she's going.
There we go.
She's
Activated.
Free.
Where does the damage take KHM? It takes out the Biblis, takes out the Payrock.
My God.
Gomiang Mi on his life rope.
There's no way. Yeah, there's no way he survives this. Come
Well,
on.
still got some cooldowns. Even this crit.
Bunch of mutts. Violation
Soulburn.
will not be tolerated. A forced eviction is due.
Burns it into the Ruel. KJ knows his way.
Oh,
to make the finish.
26
Around
down
the
hit.
hit.
Lap 2.
Counterattack.
Counterattack.
Somebody's in need of a crash.
And Arya the follow-up. To the damage limit, but still.
Wow,
Gomiang
dude.
Mi.
That was a good match.
What a
Barely
match.
standing.
Literally down to the wire. Down to the pixels.
So close.
That game really came down to the last hit. Okay, that was so unfortunate because KHM was one soul short of being able to soul burn the Setsuka against the Arya. I was thinking, they're like, why don't you soul burn? I realized, oh wait, that's a Setsuka because it's an Arya. Arya doubles the cost of your soul burn, so her 10 soul burn turns into 20 souls, and after the attack goes through, we see him generate just enough souls for the 20. If he had that, that was the lethal, that was the turn he needed, but no, both players playing the exact right turns, and you see KJ saw that and he goes, okay, Arya's gonna drop the soul burn S3 on the Ruel, this needs the one-shot, and it in fact does one-shot.
Yes.
Yeah,
Holy
beautiful
moly.
play there. A lot of people, I think, underestimate that. It's just a wrong target decision, right? One turn down and you are out of the tournament. The Gomiami played that perfectly. It was enough to kill the Ruel. Laps. And as we saw, locks out that Setsuka as well.
Yeah, Lothos banned for third game. Oh, double cigarette. Then MLDN also banned out.
Ooh. Now both players on their tournament lifeline. Round 3. My God. Tori's coming out. Tori-chan.
Genesis Ross immediately picked up for KHM. Empyrean Illinov is banned, so penetration resistance is off the table for everybody here. Tori Arrowell, so Tori plus a knight, we already see this combo come out. KHM needs to be able to tempo up above this, because if you let Tori take over the games, I mean guys, we've seen that takeover. Master of Nightmare is going to activate, she gets an extra turn, she goes on a war path. So KHM needs to be able to stop that.
Yeah, Yeah, just a versatile unit too, especially pick this early. It's going to lock out a lot of units on KHM's side if he doesn't know what to deal with just yet. You want to formulate your draft at the beginning, be a lot safer, but Tori's going to kind of put a wrench in that plan. So let's see how KHM adapts.
Abigail on hover, but unlikely.
Do you smell that? That's the smell of death.
Going to bring in some poison with Zio.
KHM here really likes that speed. I think Zio does him a lot of favors here. A lot of characters that are fast, medium speed. Gomyami is now, it's off the table for Gomyami. He cannot play those characters. Festive Ida, though, is going to be able to react to some of the actions KHM is setting up. But I think being able to force Gomyami to react to you is already powerful.
100%. Tori Ida, though, going to be nice pickups into something like DD Ray, where one is immune and the other one has that kind of, you know, reactionary cleanse.
Exactly.
But like you said, Zio is a favorite pick of KHM. We saw KJ steal that away in game 1. Now KHM has it on his side.
Could be the last
Taking
game.
a minute to really think about his anti-cleave options here.
Don't let me down.
The OGEM.
Not a bad choice here. She provides penetration resistance.
Celine.
No, Celine. Whoa. I think that is entirely going over to counterpick the Ray. You do not want the Ray to click S3 against these guys. I mean, even if the Festive Ida wakes up, the injury from the Venom is going to put so much hurt on her. So Spirit Eye Celine puts a very, Green Celine, the mean machine herself, puts a very good stopper on that.
So, tournament life on the line, and you have Celine Teiyu
Here we
on
go.
the left now.
When KHM has that Zio, he can put on the aggression. The successor Teiyu, this is the draft he wanted in round 1, but could not make it happen. Luckily, still won that match with some beautiful trappings. But here we go. I love the Zio. Push back, can activate the successor Teiyu.
Those unworthy shall step aside.
Picked. Yeah,
Man, Spirit Eye Celine is just the unit of today. She has been so good.
And does Gomyami have the stun exclusive or not? Let's check that out when we get in game.
Are you talking about the E on the Celine?
Yes, the E on the green Celine. Likely.
Big spot.
And the Moon Bunny.
Bunny.
Somewhat of a Gomyami signature against
What
any
an
of those
interesting
extra
jab on the
turns.
side of KJ.
Selecting.
Swept away by the wind.
KHM, second thought, third. Successor Teiyu and Moon Bunny ban.
Immediately banned away. That character was too good there. You blocked so many extra turns. You blocked the Ray, blocked the Teiyu, as well as the Celine. Can't risk having that making it through, so natural she gets taken out here.
All right, match 4 of Group D. Loser goes home. The winner will stay for the last match of the group. We'll see what happens. KHM is back. Gomyami though.
Are you going to
Gates
provide
open,
some
Zio starts.
entertainment?
A lot of shield on the right from Arwell. That's a lot of shield. Barrier.
Those who deny their fate.
Bow down before me from
Child
Gio.
Emperor.
He's gonna save his souls here too.
This is
Just
like a dream come
Ripple
true.
raw press
resist.
the S3.
Help me.
Oh, dual attack.
Oh,
that was
is
so scary. Could have went so disastrously.
Hold on.
And he's hostage here, right? We talked about the interactions. Gonna be very scary to press buttons. Opting to just S1.
Most foul. There shall be no more agony.
Quite unfortunate because if he uses Ray's skills right there, the green Celine would have killed the white Celine.
So has to pop the Immortal.
Yeah, Immortality's gonna keep him cool, but Green Celine will be able to work down these HP bars. You can't claim your kill this turn.
Soul
Don't say I
to that little Ray.
Barely alive. 2 units at 1 health.
Yeah, at this
Tori
rate,
activating.
Gomyami about to bring down the entire team with 1 HP.
I can do anything.
soul.
It's the Cascade. Holy!
Yeah, that's basically 3 members on KHM's team with 0 HP close to it.
You had your chance.
Going for it. Over Nest 2, make sure we guarantee the debuff. Seal the collapse as the follow-up.
A simple task.
1 HP.
S1 isn't up to finish. He's holding it. Has a second life still.
With your choice.
Those who stray from the path of righteousness.
He's gonna go for the win here. Fishes for the stun and
Immediate
the
strip.
spell on the Spirit Eye. Lands both.
That's it.
As you wish.
Was that the solution?
Let's take it. Ross goes out. Don't count him out just yet. Genesis Ross is still in this game. It's not looking good for KHM. But I wouldn't count him out. Ray is
Still
silent.
tanky.
That is not a good
Here.
spot to be in.
Yes, very tanky.
Yeah, just
Escort. Ow! That is through DFI. Oh my god.
Is it time?
But
Oh,
here's
that's
Genesis
unfortunate. Now he's forced to wake up this arrow help, but your Ray, oh, he was so close to getting a turn.
That first hit! The duel!
I command thee.
Look at that change.
send it. We're praying here for some big damage.
That rock.
For death. Poison.
Enough to kill the Arwell though. He gets a turn.
Both exposed.
Burns that,
sleep.
lands asleep on the Celine. That was a clutch hit. Wow, instinct was up for
And
the
the
Celine as well.
stun.
He
Oh
knows he
my.
can have done anything now. But Festivita's gonna splash. Ooh.
Knocks out the Ray, landed the stun on the S1.
Boom stunned. Still.
I'm with you.
And she has skill 3 available.
So far,
With the
but Gomeo
soul.
Lee just had his number on this green Celine.
Damn.
Oh man.
I wanted KHM to win.
And the Genesis Ross! Taking out KHM. Gone from the tournament. Goemyang Mi stays in for the 5th match. Says I'm the best. But better win another match to be staying on that best level. That was close.
Okay.
That first hit,
Yeah, as much as I
duel,
love the Zio lineup from KHM, Goemyami there in game 3, the early Tori, and then he kind of has those counter picks, checking the Ray, checking the Zio. He knows KHM wants to have the turn initiative. Queen's Whistle on the Ray to get that early cut in. However, you can't press buttons against the team, and he just had the right.
Unfortunately, I don't have
Put him in
time to
check.
finish
I
off
know
the rest of this, so
Put KHM on the back end, but my God, man, what a game.
we'll watch the rest of it tomorrow. I'm gonna wrap up this Currency Wars match, and then I'm gonna have to log off.
There's no backing out now. For me or you. Self-inflicted misery. Time to twirl! Who's the little backstabber?
These tutorials are really long. Okay. Grab that. Do that. Do something a little bit different. Do that. Do that. And just battle through that.
Eternal.
Okay, Herda done. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Grab this.
Are you leaving soon?
Yeah, why?
Okay, just wondering. I'm leaving.
Existence is unity. Don't let me down. All will be swept away by the wind. It all dies. So beautiful. You want to betray me? Self-inflicted evil. Time to twirl. Who's the little backstabber? Hiding in the west wind. Let me go. Time to twirl. Self-inflicted evil.
Spend freely.
Can't wait anymore.
Here's how to make the easy.
Who's the little backstabber? Time to twirl. This big diamond. It's all yours. Time to
We're gonna add 2 pounds of chicken breast to a crock pot with 2.
Oh, big Herda. Okay. Okay. Let's actually take little Herda out. Oh, he's only backline. Okay, okay. Okay. I believe I understand the rest. So let's go ahead and... Probably don't need her anymore. Okay.
Existence is unity. I always deliver. All will be swept away by the wind. Open sesame. Self-inflicted misery. Time to twirl! Endless riddles. Nothing but a thought. Time to twirl! Time to twirl! Lightning the west blade. Let me go! Time to twirl! Expand your thinking. Glimpse me now. Time to twirl! Who's the little backstabber? Time to twirl! Insanity! Endless riddles. Nothing but a thought. Eternal. Don't let me down. Open sesame. Self-inflicted misery. Time to twirl! Endless riddles. Nothing but a thought. Time to twirl! Who's the
Damn, she spins a lot.
Time to twirl! Time to twirl! Lightning the west blade. Let me go! Expand your thinking. Watch it grow.
Okay. That's a big upgrade. 3 pieces of equipment.
Don't let me down.
I will protect all beauty. Conflict is vengeance. Show no mercy.
Time to twirl! Time to twirl! Endless riddles. Nothing but a thought. Expand your thinking. Glimpse through the night.
That was it. Okay, so now I know how this works. I've been skipping it for way too long. I'll be checking this out later. But I at least got the bulk of the trial stuff taken care of. So. Okay. What the hell is this? Oh, how long it takes. I see, I see. Cool. Alright, guys, I gotta go. Yeah. Sorry I wasn't here yesterday. I had to take someone in, and I would have gone longer today, but I got news that my nephew's doing something, and he asked if I could be there, so that's what I'm gonna do. So, I'm gonna be heading out, and well, I will catch you guys tomorrow. We'll be doing more cleanup tomorrow, because there's a lot of games in which their rewards and everything end on Sunday night, because there's a lot of updates coming this week. So that's what we'll be doing. But I hope you guys have a good weekend, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Yep, Torka out. See you guys.